Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to CappingTV. We're watching Oz Fortress Intermediate, Season 22, Week 5. Joining me tonight, George Basil J. How are you, mate?
Hey man, I'm good.
We got a pretty interesting match for you tonight. We've got Plan Z versus that's getting Shadowplayed. We've got a couple mercs to talk about straight up, so I'm going to have a quick look at rosters straight away. On the side of that's getting Shadowplayed, we've got Appa and Ultra on Scouts. We've got Flair merking for Kenneth on Demo Man, Oz Fortress's own Thermite on Medic, and Opti and Alt playing Soldiers.
Yeah, definitely an
Plan Z.
interesting lineup. I mean, Flair, definitely a solid mark to have for a demo, but I mean, otherwise, there's nothing really stand out about either of these rosters.
Yeah, totally. And on the other side of Plan Z, we've got they're pretty much their classic roster with Marshall on Demo, Stigma and Monty on Scout. Sorry, Instinct on Roma, and filling in for Ed Picard tonight, the Greek Hunter on Pocket.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing how both these teams play. I mean, like if you look at both of their match records, they're pretty similar in how their games have gone so far.
Totally. I also really like Plan Z as
together.
a team in general because they've been together for quite a while. Many like what 3-something seasons that Plan Z have been playing together. They did well in Open the last 2 seasons, and they've been bumped up to Winter this season. Nice to see.
It's always good to see a team that grinds out through Open into Intermediate, and even
Totally.
better to see them do well in the above division. I mean, it's going to show tonight if they can do well against Mexican Shadowplayed, a very, very strong team to go against an Intermediate.
Yeah, totally. The intermediate landscape's been pretty good this season. I think generally intermediate usually sort of pans out into like 3 sorts of groups. Like you got top contenders, you got good teams, and you got teams that don't really have a chance. And this season it hasn't ended up like that. You think there's only 2 of the groups because it's pretty much you got the top sort of 4. The rest of them really they're all interchangeable in ways. Like they're seen some good upset wins this season, seen some decent play out of all the lower teams in intermediate. And tonight we are looking at the current bottom 2 in intermediate, disregarding a disbanded team. But that sounds a lot worse than it is. I think this inter landscape has been pretty good this season. There's not any teams that are like sandbagging, from who should probably be playing in Prem, and there's not any open teams that don't deserve to be in inter. Like Plan Z have definitely demonstrated to Oz Fortress that they are ready to move up into inter. As far as I'm concerned, they've done well in a couple of seasons of Open. Now here they are.
Yeah, I love watching a season or playing in a season that just has no sandbaggers. Everyone's on even playing ground. Everyone's where they should be. And Intermediate, like you said, is a massive or excellent example of what can happen when you have an even playing field for all teams. I mean, like if you look at Prem, a lot of the teams you can just tell like there's going to be a top 2, and you can pick them out very early on. But with this intermediate teams this season, you can't really pick one out early on. Like in Open, you can pick out even then you can pick out early what team's going to be at the top by the end. But I mean, intermediate's anyone's game, definitely for the entire season.
And interestingly enough, this matchup we're watching tonight is actually last season's grand final of Open. These two teams met in Open in season 21 for the grand final, and that's getting Shadowplayed came out on top 2-1, but it was pretty damn close. If I'm not too mistaken, I think we actually casted that match. I think I might have even watched it myself. Yeah, I think looking back at the logs from those matches, it's not that important, but the Plan Z explosive class is doing really pretty high impact damage on process. And we're playing any maps we'll see tonight. We're playing Badlands and Gully tonight, yeah. So we won't see any of the grand final maps from last season. But if there's anything to go off of, I mean, in terms of players, I know that I've seen a lot of these players play quite a lot. Obviously, I think Ultra and Appa are both Quake players, if I'm not or they play another first-person shooter in there. So they have excellent aim. They're very, very heavy DM scouts on the side of that's getting Shadowplayed. And I know that Marshall, very high impact player on Demo Man there, seems to be maybe a little bit inconsistent. But oh, as I'm talking here, we're about to go live here. Who are you gonna watch on this mid? George.
Oh, I haven't got the stream yet. So,
Oh, that's a problem. Okay, well, I'm gonna watch Marshall, and I'll attempt to take this out. Marshall arriving at choke. He's pretty low, but I think he arrives pretty much similarly to Flare, but he's being pressured early on by ult. So Marshall's not really doing a lot in this fight. Meanwhile, Flare's getting DM'd down on the ground by Stigma, but Stigma has to run away, and it looks like Blue's taking lots of good ground here. That's Plansy sort of getting forced out, but they're coming back in now. A bit of a refight. Excellent work from Montgomery Wheelsworth to get that frag. But yeah, it has seemed
find my way into the game now.
Cool, but it has seemed that they're gonna win. No, they're recontesting. That was an odd recontest because Flare was just holding to the right, easily picked up Mikau there, but Appa's on Sniper.
Yeah, early Sniper here. Is that Sniper to mid? It must have been.
He might have died earlier on, because I didn't hear any sniper shots, and I was watching that most of that mid, but maybe I'm just dumb. But yeah, long extended mid fight there, and unfortunately right at the end, Mikau lost his life. Now meaning that it's going to be pretty much full. Oh, we got Degree. Oh, never mind. Brings Flare down quite low. No, he was already in choke, just rolling out. But yeah, so it's now going to mean a pretty much full Uber ad for that's getting Shadowplayed as they push this Gully Wash last, and they've got a player down.
Yeah, the respawn's going to come up, but whether or not it's going to have a massive impact is yet to be seen. They do have a Pyro to help contest with the Uber.
Oh.
Actually going to get 2 picks before the Ubers even pop. The Uber's finally coming in now. Flare's going to pick up Stigma on the push, but there's nothing really significant going down. No cap time, and that's a failed push from Plan Z. 4 players up for that. 4 players up for Plan Z, and that's a massive failed push by that's getting Shadowplayed. The mid's going to get out, but otherwise, wow, that was pretty bloody bad.
Yeah, Apple was taking a bit of a ballsy peek up on balcony. Never mind, in the meantime, Mika. Oh, excellent surf from Mika. I know he's going to die to a scout from Big Door. That was close, but that soldier definitely wanted Mikau's blood. But he actually, I guess he ends up getting out as a Optivex. But yeah, Appa took a bit of a big balls peek off of balcony there on that last push, and Instinct just jumped him and took him down straight away at the beginning of that fight. And then they dropped someone in the Uber as well. So the fight was pretty much over before it had started.
Well, we're going to see if it's going to be a perma snipe situation.
Wouldn't put it past him, to be honest.
No, he's sticking to scouts. They want to win this match. No perma snipe gimmicks to the side of that's going to be Shadowplayed. I mean, that would be something that gets Shadowplayed if they do get something done with the sniper. But, I mean, nothing really came of it last round that I saw.
We're seeing a push through Big Door now. From that same trap, and they're going lower, straight into lobby. They're going to be able to pick up Instinct here, and maybe even Stigma as well. Yep, Stigma goes down. Montgomery Wigglesworth is going to try and meet them with Mikau, but I think they just decided to just back off to lot. No? Oh, this is bad. Thermite's been left alone and gets forced out early. Flare's now going to have to try and take on the world, although Appa's behind and he drops Mikau.
Wow. That's one player up now for Plan Z's defense here. I mean, they haven't capped second yet, and there's a demo on point. He's just going to get picked up really quickly. He is going to pick up that fire, but
it's a good bait though.
That could have gone very badly, but they're going to get that one anyway. They had a demo on point there for 2 players. If they hadn't gone the trade, if the scout didn't move in so quick, then I'd have definitely been another failed push, and that's getting Shadowplayed. But
well, actually, Apple was behind the point fairly early. He was with Flare there, which is actually, I consider that a pretty good bait. Flare ended up dying for the trade, but Apple had the cap ready to go. But we're moving on to the second mid fight. Right early on, Marshall's quite low, and Flare's got all the health in the world, but he's now being pressured by Instinct. He's gone down super low. Meanwhile, I think it's both scouts have been, no, just a scout and a soldier have been lost for, that's getting Shadowplayed, but Appa's still on Sniper.
Yeah, Appa is actually getting some work done here. He does get dropped, but he's going to get a headshot.
This flank from Stigma, this could work, this could work. He's gone to he's onto Thermite. Thermite's pretty low. He's taking lots of damage. Oh,
it's hitting him so much. No, created that 10 health jumping off the point. It's super unfortunate. Now, Plan Z, they've already got the NG out. They're all the way back on last. They know what they have to do. They should be able to push out here if they're quick enough onto second, because they are just going to cap that midpoint with the time of 6. Not pushing forward quite yet.
I'm not sure how worth it would be to try and hold second here. They've got the Greek Hunter jumping up there to try and get the force. He's not been spotted yet. He's doing excellent work. He's gone behind, but Ultra spots him out. He knows he's behind now. He's probably just going to get fragged here by OZF as he's waiting for the pack. Gets the pack in the end, but he's just causing a bit of distraction behind. But at the moment, Greek is pretty much just going to end up feeding unless he can get out big door. Kind of, but that's getting Shadowplayed just said fuck it, let's just go in from river, but Ultra gets dropped.
And they do have the Uber now on Plan Z, so they do have a formidable defense that's getting Shadowplayed's now going to have to go through. The Heavy's up as well. Don't know if we'll see another off class potentially, but I mean, it's going to be a hard push for that's getting Shadowplayed. Even though Ubers are even, Heavy's always something you have to think about when you push into a last one. It's just an absolute damage tank. Do actually see a sniper coming out and that's getting Shadowplayed again. Well, Stigma picking up the demo on River there. That's a great off class by him. Switching off sniper there, I believe.
Here we go. They're getting the push through River now. There's lots of damage onto the combo here, but Stigma's been dropped in the backline. Mikau's going to pop first, and followed up by Thermite quite a lot later. After's going to come in with this end of this Uber charge. He's trying to get as much damage as he can out. He's gotten him quite low, but he's probably just going to go down in the end here. Yeah, there he goes. Now it's just Thermite left in lobby with OZF on his way and Flare in River.
Ultra was trying to go for a bit of a barrel shot around lobby, but he doesn't pick it up. Now Plan Z is going to have the ability to push out onto second if they use their Flare advantage right now. 4 players up for that's getting Shadowplayed. They're about to get the respawns, but no progress has been made onto the second point by Plan Z. This is not good if they want to push in. Now the respawns are up. They're just going to make their way to the front and try to take the second point back. There's nothing significant being made for Plan Z as the bomb comes in, trying to clear up some room for his team, but I mean, they haven't really killed anyone yet. The damage is going out though. Hulk's going to get caught out there.
The health is so low on Plan Z right now. But it seems I can't believe that Plan Z would win that fight. To be honest, that's getting Shadowplayed at all the position and all the health at the start of that fight, and then it was just the one bomb in from probably Alta or OZF, can't tell. That ended up just feeding them a pick there, and I think they just played off that quite well and ended up taking that second fight. Now we're going to see them snowball it all the way to mid.
Yeah, I did think that was quite shaky there for a little bit, but they pulled it through in the end. Now the Ubers are even, so we can see a little bit of a stalemate, would you believe it? Both teams just going to be peeking each other now, trying to see what they're going to do. Getting opening, going a flank though. Ult gets taken down on the flank. That's not a very good drop, but I don't think they're going to use that to push. It's not that significant to be able to push your way through. They might risk a big door, but I can't really see much else happening. That being said though, that shit getting Shadowplayed has moved back towards that big door, and there's a significant fight going on right now. Plan Z's trying to slowly take that ground forward, play off the damage. The players are playing so far back, no one can actually get much damage done to anyone, so now Plan Z are going to rotate back to choke and resume that good stalemate that we had.
Yes, during that Marshall's the only one holding the choke, and he took a lot of damage, but nothing really came of it as Flair's still holding his choke down as high as he can. He's actually the only man there that can probably attempt to rush someone through and get the pick onto Flair here. He picks up the arrow, and they're fighting Big Door pretty intensely. We've got Stigma who's made it through to lower low, but he gets picked up by Alpha. And it's just going to be another sort of reset. That might have been a sack for Sniper there.
Very well could be. I mean, in this match we've already seen some pretty significant sniper players, and both these teams already want to play sniper. Well, Soldier Bomb coming in now. That's a great force there. Now that's getting Shadowplayed, going to be able to play their Uber through into mid now. They can get push going. I mean, they've got a Soldier Bomb coming in, trying to force a mid, but the Greek Hunter's going to get taken down with getting no damage done whatsoever. He's just not going to get the force out, not going to take down. Wow. You can't let that happen. You can't let that happen. How do you let that happen? That's very poor. That's so poor, dropping an Uber like that to a trap nonetheless. I thought it was a sniper drop for a second there, but no.
And the thing is that I feel like that trap was there for literally ages. I feel like it was still the same trap he'd had up like for the most of that fight. And no, look at that. Mikau's gonna get picked off by Ult, who's just hiding above Big Door. Above choke. These guys need to check their spots. Not checking sticks, not checking Jews at the moment. We've seen a couple of Jew plays work and a couple of sticks work. Need to check your sticks.
I mean, both mids not having a very fun time right now. It's just not being very fun. I mean, dealing with a stalemate, and then when you finally get the chance to push, you go down to a trap. You're gonna feel real bad for Thermite about that one. and then yeah, getting dropped from big door when you got teammates all around you. That kind of that's one of the most frustrating things. But anyway, coming into this now, it'll be a pretty big Uber advantage for that's getting Shadowplayed. But stuck back on that last point, the Pyro for the defense. But surely plans there are going to get their Uber and get this last push going.
Yeah, I don't think the ad is going to come in much. Plans are building pretty well right now, and there's not much of a forward hold going on. Oh, okay, they moved up into lobby now. Thought it was just Flare, excuse me now. Yeah, that's Plan Z is still pretty content to be holding far back on second. They might assume that the ad is bigger than it is, but they've actually equaled it up perfectly. Look at that. It's
Sniper's
completely Uber now. Yeah, the app is back on Sniper. I'm gonna get on his cam, see what he can get done. He's getting pressured pretty hard here.
He's trying to contest some players, but he's getting so much pressure put down on him. A soldier demo and a scout, all trying to just lock him out, stop him getting that significant. Well, that was a great crossbow, can I just say, as he's running back to spawn. That was very impressive. Such a small thing, but damn.
Alright, yeah. Not really sure what Apple can get done here. He's not really. What the hell have I done? Okay, sorry. Every time I zoom out of my first-person camera, it's really zoomed in.
Yeah, I think it happens when you are third person and you're spectating a sniper scoping. Yeah, it's still getting nothing done though. He's got no aggressive angles, just holding back on the point. The mid's smart enough not to peek anything, even the players to an extent aren't really peeking anything. A scout's going to come in on the Pyro though, gonna just back, and it's just going to shoot him in the back. He does get taken down, but damn, that's a Pyro down. That's one thing that Lindsay don't have to contest with.
They're going to go in for the force. Into and they get the force off of the thermites. Now they've got this Uber. As long as they can keep enough of their players up here, this is going to be really good for them. They head back to the Plan Z head back to the second, but they're just going to be re-entering lobby now. And as soon as they get instinct up, I imagine they're just going to push with this Uber ad. I'd like to see him do double salt. Oh no! Ult's pushing forward on Pyro. Lots of damage coming out. Greek goes down. Oh no! I hate that sort of play.
Yeah,
pushing the Pyro up into lobby.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I mean, Pyro is difficult to deal with, but I mean, you just they actually have Uber and they've pushed all the way back onto second now. They're not even going to try fight this last.
Well, when they're down these players, I think they've just given that's getting Shadowplayed the opportunity to forward here. But meanwhile, Stigma's going to come in and bring the Uber in. He's going to try and get some picks. Ultra's super low here. He's getting healed up. They're not going to get much done with this Uber charge, and all of that's getting Shadowplayed. They managed to make it out to last. Marshall goes down in River, and the fail push here.
These
and now they're all wrapped.
Been affected by either side so far. I mean, we've seen blunders on both ends, but that is very poor. I'm not sure if he got forced or what there, but there's a player sitting underneath in River now. He gets taken down, gets trade, but goes down.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I feel like that it was just I think it was Stigma trying to take a big scout solo, which can be very effective. They're all clustered up right there. But it was just he got a couple players down super low. They just needed to get some other players into that Uber, I reckon. And an extra soldier there. They're all clustered up.
Well, here come that's getting Shadowplayed now, pushing out of their last. They do have Uber advantage right out. 15%, but that's slowly dissipating. It's whether or not the trades are going to come out. One player is caught here. That's a scout from Plan Z. That Uber advantage just get used. Comes in now onto the second point. Both Ubers popped now. One player down for the side of Plan Z. No significant picks he can take, but Ultra goes down. There's two players down in this fight, as a third just comes down now as well. Man, Plan Z's getting completely cleaned up in that fight. That was not a very good time for Plan Z to push the joke there.
Marshall's trapped behind, so he's going to go down. It's just the two of them left up. Stigma and Mika are going to run all the way out in mid. They're going to give this one up. That was kind of a wacky push there, because what they did made perfect sense if that's getting Shadowplayed had used coming onto seconds, but they hadn't yet. So basically, Marshall they just popped Marshall in. He jumped on and tried to got the force up, but then they had Uber to work with. Marshall tried to go behind and do some work there, and just ended up getting trapped behind with Greek. And now everyone's super low on seconds. They've lost two players holding this already, and Stigma's still trapped in, and so is Instinct. They're just gonna feed four there on that second defense.
That's Like, you just can't let that happen. There's no other way to excuse it. You can't let that happen. Now, 2 players left to hold this last. They only get the 2 respawns, and they might be able to get that 5-second respawn timer in before that's getting Shadowplayed gets their push going. They have that Uber. Actually, Plan Z's about to get their own, but finally the push coming through here. It still isn't used. Plan Z's on 90% right now. The Greek Hunter's going to go down. Toxic gets traded though. Actually, Uber advantage gets completely lost out there. That could have been a good push from that's getting Shadowplayed, but they just dropped the Uber advantage. That's 2 players down as well.
Can I just point out that the Greek Hunter is supposedly playing Pocket. I've seen him behind more than I've seen him being healed so far this match. I'd like to see him play a bit closer with his med. I think that could solve a lot of their problems they've got going on as well at the moment. They've got a bit of a stronger combo happening.
I do see... Arthur's come up on the sniper though, so see if he can get something done.
And Montgomery Wigglesworth is going to counter snipe him. Not sure if they know that they've got the sniper up. I'm going to take a look at Arthur's cam. He's just going to rotate to River now, with support by his team. Going to go for the wide pick here. Oh, Mikau's pretty close. He could. Oh, he's back in spawn. If Mikau came out of that door, it could have been bad news. But Appa's not going to find much here.
This is the typical theme you see on Gully, like both at last and at choke, just both teams having these snipers, trying to get them some sort of viewpoint on the significant enemy players. That being said, actually, Ult's going to get taken down. Stigma gets traded, but that's a body shot there from TF2 taking down a player. Soldier's going to go for a bomb into the entire enemy team there on River. He does get out though, as both players...
Big peek from main from Appa, no. Yeah, see... Something I like to see on Gully Wash a bit more is players take some more risks. Like there's actually not too bad to do the double sack here. You know, trying to get that force out because it's so easy to back out through River and just hold the back a second and you won't end up going down. So you can send double soldiers in through River or try and send one to the point and get some cap time. And if that ends up going well, you can try and take the trade. Lots of stuff you can do here on Gully Wash, but the sniper is always a reliable option as well.
Well, if you've got the skill to be a good sniper on this Gully map.
Oh dear.
Oh wow, okay, that's a bit cheap. That is... Oh,
what?
Wow, it worked! The pyro. It was the pyro. That is a big brain push.
Yeah, neither of us saw that, but Ult came back up on Pyro, they Ubered him in from under and they air blasted everyone off the point and got that cap. That's
That is a massive brain right there on that player.
I don't know if I'd call it brain as much as massive cheese. But here we are.
I would feel so cheated by that.
Appa's still on sniper. The whole of the red team is clustered up in their choke here. He's giving Appa just all of the sight lines here. He immediately picks up the Greek Hunter and it's really even so far actually. That's getting show players dropped a lot of players as well.
Yeah,
he's got a sniper scout in mid and then he goes down, but Appa still picks up instincts there. Now it's just Demo and mid versus sniper, scout, and respawning ult who's on his way in, but Marshall's just going to die.
Mid's left him from mid now, so yeah, scout sniper going to take down that Demo and they're just going to have to get the cap. Mid does get out though as a respawner to come protect him, but that's going to be a mid going the way. That's getting Shadowplayed, although very narrow. I mean, it was so narrow, but I want to say the sniper was more helpful there and wasn't really the cause of that mid being so difficult.
No, he certainly did a lot though. Now, but Mikau's got this full Uber out. He's going to come in with his scout solo. Oh, he's going to flash the Greek in as well. They pick up they pick up a soldier. Oh, the med's alone here. Thermite's going to go down as well. Big solo Uber here from, or multi Uber there from Greek and Stigma.
Yeah, Arthur's going to get picked up there on his second, just dropping himself in the lane. The players just going to be moving towards this last, get their early forward hold. The heavy's up, that's getting Shadowplayed. Never mind, it's now Pyro. It's shown to be very good on that class on these last points, whether defense or offense. So see what both teams can get done here. Uber's basically even for a last push. I mean, Plan Z does have the Uber ad, but whether or not they use it quickly enough is the important part of it. That's getting Shadowplayed is built up right now, so they do need to be pretty quick once they do get the Uber. They can't even get caught up on it right now, to be honest.
Man, this is what we need to see from Plan Z though. If they're gonna get themselves back in there, they do the double soldiers Ubers, but no one jumps points. Why didn't anyone jump point? They've got both players onto combo. They pick up the mid and a scout runs in from lower anyway. Wow. Okay, I stand corrected, but that did scare me at the start, because if you jump a soldier onto point and a soldier onto combo, it's so reliable. Works out for you so often. But they did well there, getting that scout running in from under. Marshall's going to arrive at mid slightly before Flare. They both got pretty even health, but Ultra's going to get straight onto Marshall quick, but he's going to get forced out.
Instinct going for a big bomb there. It's going to work out in his favour. He's trading right now. Appa's actually got 2 headshots, takes down Sigma with his second one there. As Flair's going to take down Montgomery, and Greek Hunter's going to go down from it direct from Optivex up there on the point. It's just mid and Demo having to get out there for Plan Z. It's getting Shadowplayed. It's a really dominant mid. Upper, I mean, he did some work from Victor, and a failed big bomb from Instinct there. Another nail in the coffin on that mid. So now, again, it's the last one.
I'm really enjoying these mids. I'm thinking they're, lots of different variation going on, except for obviously you can just always rely on the snipe in the mid from Appa. But apart from that, all these mids have been very interesting. Lots of stuff going different ways. Lots of counter strategies coming out. Marshall is gonna walk into lobby and feed, trying to get that damage out, and it's gonna mean such an easier time for that's getting Shadowplayed now without a demo, man. We've got Appa wide peeking from River as well. They're gonna take the Uber in through main here. Appa's still got good vision out. They're gonna get on point and no one's stopping them. There's so much cap time here. But everyone's starting to go down now. That's getting Shadowplayed. They're down to just a scout, med, and sniper. Appa's going to have to go huge here. He's the last man alive. He's not going to... He picks up Marshall. God damn it, dude.
I was just thinking, you've got to feel really sorry for these Thermite having to Mikau having to constantly deal with knowing that there's a sniper threatening you all the time. I mean, even though it didn't really work out on that last push, because if your players can't back up on your sniper headshots, then a sniper's pretty much nullified, especially on those last pushes. But yeah, Mikau's got to be just constantly thinking that there's a sniper watching it. Honestly, it's a horrible thing to play around.
It really is. It makes your life a lot more stressful as a medic. And especially when you know that the sniper's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Appa hits a lot of stuff. A lot of the time in Inter, snipers are pretty interchangeable. But yeah, I think Appa, as I said, is a Wake player, and he's got that DM, you know. Speaking of which, Stigma goes down a big door, but they're going to take the solo in through... It wasn't meant to be a solo, but it is now. They've dropped Montgomery. Degree gets out, and he... Was that a drop? No, it wasn't a drop, but he managed to pick Thermite. Excellent bomb. As long as they get Mikau out now, and they try not to feed any more players on second here, this is that's a worthwhile push.
Demo's staying in with his mid right now. On second as the pushes are coming through. Appa's going to miss his first shot. This is a really risky drop in this many plays. Appa, actually, Instinct and Marshall both going to pick up respective players. This Appa going down as well as Optivex, and now actually that's getting Shadowplayed on a bit of a back foot right now. That was quite a bit of a turnaround there. Appa getting super aggressive there and getting punished for it. That's the players there. Going to be bombing on the point now, pushing through big door. Going to get air shot there, but actually not going to. He's going to go down finally to Ultra, but. Wow, what was that? 2 picks very quickly there on mid. Appa going to pick up Stigma, who's trying to sneak Thermite away there in the big door. It's an excellent repush from Plan Z there as well. I thought it was going to be a bit shaky at first.
Oh no, Mikau drops down. Oh, this is a big cleanup now. Mikau drops down for some reason. Maybe he was trying to avoid a soldier bombing onto point. I might have seen that, or maybe he was just accidentally slipped up, but it means he just ran straight into the face of the scout who was ready to greet him. Marshall's going to try and set up some early sticks in lobby here, but that's pretty much the last saving grace they've got. They're going to get all their spawns up in time. They have got that engineer, but it is going to be pretty much 65% Uber disad. Thermite's in lobby alone. He's making his way up to his team.
That mid repush, you couldn't really tell what way it was going. I mean, there was so much DM going on. Players were hitting shots all over the show, and it just seemed to go in either one's favour so often that we should definitely see the last push coming out here. Upper does go down, but he's a sniper. I mean, you can't really help too much on that last push once the Uber actually comes out and players need to take point prisoners, which should definitely be happening. They're going to hear that sentry early on, so hopefully that won't put too much of an effect for that's getting Shadowplayed right now. Plan Z get their defense ready. They're trying to build 85%, but the push really needs to come in quite quickly here, but that's getting Shadowplayed. If it's going to be at 95 right now, they need to go right now. Ubers have been nullified. Wow. That is a massive advantage lost there.
25 seconds. Yes, the STV tells us there. Totally could have done something, but is that... No, and Appa's not even on sniper, so they had no reason to wait for that. That was a little bit of a misplay there. Someone just popped a conch. Who was that? Someone popped a conch on his plan Z.
He's going for a flank with that conch. He's going to get completely shut down a river, and actually Flair and his men are pushed out from last to try and get aggressive off his damage, even though they've got pretty much nothing done. It's two players down there for Plan Z. So health is not going their way either.
Oh god.
Flair's going to pick up another one. That's 3 players down for Plan Z. So they really need to get their push going right now. Bombs coming down to the combo. Uber's finally popped. Both the players getting multied respectively. No point presence right now. Just a little cap time. 4 players up for that's getting Shadowplayed. I mean, so much more control for Plan Z as the respawns come up, and that's a hugely failed push. Even after losing that Uber advantage.
How does that not work? Oh my god, they had what? 3 picks moving in. Marshall's gonna bomb choke straight away. Why would you do that? He's just gonna go straight down. They trade demo for soldier. Oh. Bit of shit talk being dropped in the chat there, or dropping out the well played. I mean, to be fair, that was a fairly random push, a fairly random jump there from Marshall. We ended up just killing himself pretty quickly. And instinct's pretty low in big door. If the flank's not going to push him, there's 4 players who are still happy on mid, happy just to chill and
I mean, that's
relax. Appa's back on
flank,
sniper.
Yeah, Appa's some flank and he's set point, but the Uber's going to get used in through mid right now. Right onto Thermite. Thermite's going to go down super quick there, and that's 3 picks now. Oh, wow, from that's getting Shadowplayed, and that's 4 players down super quick there on that mid. That was great. Ooh. Thermite goes down instantly, but then 3 players drop straight afterwards. Flair even going down to a bottle from Marshall. 2 players up now, and it's Upper in the mid on second. Upper's trying to get some SMG damage, but he's going to go down, of course.
This is excellent. It's 2-1 in the favor of that's getting Shadowplayed, but we're about to see. Come on, I want to say it. A nearly guaranteed last push here. No, maybe not. They haven't got that big of an Uber yet. I don't know. Let's see what they can do here. But Flair's going to walk into a trap. Oh, no. Oh, dead Marshall. That was so close.
How's your heart doing?
Anyway, yeah, they've got 3 minutes left to equalize this score up here, and it's only 2-1. Plan Z could so easily do this here. They've still got 50% Uber, and if they go right now, this is good. It looks like they're getting ready to do it. They're gonna do it. They're gonna flash both soldiers in. They're doing that. They're doing the push. They got 1 soldier on point, and it's heavy hiding his secret though. Lots of damage coming out. Good picks coming up. Marshall walking in. He's gonna get these picks. Only 2 players up for the left on Sasuke Shadowblade, and they've done it. Plan Z gonna equalize with 2 minutes 40 remaining.
That was finally a good example of an Uber push being executed correctly. They had to contest with a pyro and a heavy, and they managed to mix it. Yeah, very good to see from them. Tomislav heavy was very good there in secret, because they couldn't even know it's there until he actually started shooting from that player still got nothing down. Anyway, coming into this mid, players that's going to be fighting right now, significant point movements from Plan Z right now. So much clustering. Well, see that clustering is going to pay off so quick. That's two players dead, but 2 players traded.
You can't predict this.
What is happening right?
You look at their positioning, you're like, oh, they've got it easy, and then suddenly they just lose all their players, and then you're like, oh, well, that's the end of that, and then they trade 2 more. This is crazy.
How can you let that happen? You have such good positioning, and then that's getting Shadowplayed is so caught up there at choke. But, I mean, they won it eventually, but man, it should have gone so much faster. And that's 3 players left now. They're going to get the 1 respawn from that's getting Shadowplayed. Uber advantage massively in the favour of Plan Z now, as they're going to get their push going on through Big Door. They're going quick as possible.
This is going to be awesome if they manage to do this here, because let us remind you that they've now got a minute 30. Oh, they get forced on second and they drop their demo. Well, that could potentially spell the end of it here, unless there's some miracles come out. Thermite's going to go down, and they're going to trade soldiers up in river. Trade another soldier. It's just Appa on sniper left. Go, 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 go. Get your scouts capping. Get onto last. This could be fucking huge here. We could have Plan Z taking this. Oh, no,
could definitely happen. They need to be
3 spawns in 2 seconds though. No. Oh, Appa goes down straight away from Greek. Greek's gonna bomb straight into points.
What is the man doing? What is the man doing? 50 seconds left, and he tries to go for a hero play onto point. I don't know what he expected, jumping across the point onto last there. That was a, I don't know. He wanted to be a hero, I guess. So the Pyro's going to get aggressive there, and that's going to force Plan Z even further back, stall their plans even longer. They're going to have about 30 seconds now to push onto this last. They're going to get the Uber, but they need to pick up the players very, very quickly. They have Heavy and a Pyro to contest with for this last push. They need to be super quick. 25
Pyro's
seconds.
Close. They're going to do that. They're going to do the same push again. No, yet kind of. They're going to get soldiers bombed and died instantly, but Thermite's going to go down to Instincts. They need to get cap time, but there's too many players playing on point, and everyone's going to wipe, and that's going to be the map. Marshall's left underneath. It's going to be golden cap. Oh, Marshall! He's alone on points! No! Don't let this happen. 2 seconds.
Oh my god. Holy shit, man. Oh my god. If he had a pain train, man. This is going to be
apparently we've got a trumpet tune for golden cap. I don't know what that means. I don't know what's happening. We're going to golden cap. I know this. All right, we can't check the stats that way. That's good. Let me just try and get these stats up here quickly before we get into it. I'm going to sort it by damage, and the first thing I see is Flare the Merc having big impacts, doing the 291 DPM top of the server, closely followed by the Greek Hunter. I wasn't giving him the credit he's got there. He's gone positive. He's done heaps of damage. How many heal? How much? He didn't even pick up that much heal. Whoa! I want to look at these heal stats just for a moment. I don't know if they're up on stream yet, but I'm just gonna let you know that Montgomery Wigglesworth, the combo scout, getting the top heals from Mika, 26%, then Greek Hunter, and then Marshall. Marshall only receiving 20% of heals there, and he's still doing. Damn, still doing really well. Marshall top fragging for Plan Z, putting out 237 DPM.
Can I also mention upper 31 to 19?
Yeah, that's big. But then again, you look at it. He's got 13 headshots.
Yeah.
How many from sniper? His kills came from. Good lord, he got 13 of his frags from sniper.
18 on scout. That's still very, very impressive.
Yeah, still good.
I also want to mention just under double the amount of Ubers for Mikau compared to Thermite. 8 on Thermite, 14 for Mikau. That's a massive parallel between heads.
How does that happen?
Yeah.
How does that happen on an even match?
How do you double the Ubers of another team and not completely roll them? That's very confusing.
I mean, I want to sing these guys a lot of praises because honestly, that was really, really entertaining to watch. And it wasn't just standard TF2 there. We were seeing lots of different counter strats and different strats coming out, especially on those last pushes. Some excellent work done there. But one thing I am going to mention is Montgomery Wigglesworth picking up the 26% heals. That's 9,396 heals, and he's bottom damaging, and getting 16 frags, going even 16 and 16. Now, when you pump that amount of heals into a combo scout. Yeah. I want him to be pounding that damage out. No one should ever be close to your med with that amount of heals. I don't think
thing worth mentioning is Upper going to be playing sniper on this golden cap?
I would be surprised if he didn't. I would be surprised if Upper didn't play sniper on this.
Yeah. I mean, he's done work with it, but it's kind of actually been hit or miss, to be honest. These mids have been so back and forth, and like we saw on the last one, it looks like it's going one way, then it goes the other. You can't predict what happens. It just it's insane. It's one thing about casting non-top level TF2 is that mechanical skill isn't so reliable at a lower division to Prem. You can't guarantee what's going to happen based on position and tactics. A lot of it just comes down to one team having significantly better DM than the other, which you don't really see at a higher level. What makes lower level gameplay so much more entertaining.
I might slightly disagree with that point there, but alright. I don't think there's anything wrong with watching Prem, mate. But yes, this is. I have to give Plan Z a lot of due here, actually, to be honest, because I did. Before we went live here, I was sitting in Mumble saying, well, Plan Z go down here fairly easy because they got those two massive powerhouse scouts on the side of. That's getting Shadowplayed. Flares the Merc on demo. haven't seen Flair playing much demo before, but he's pounding out the damage today, but they've done it. They've brought it back, and lots of good play happening. And none of it's just going straight down to DM, which is what I'm really liking. Like it's not just we're not just seeing like scouts coming in and cleaning up 4 frags at the end of a mid because he's got better aim. And as I'm talking, here we go. We're about to start this golden cap. Who are you gonna watch on this golden cap mid?
I was gonna look forward to an upper play, but it's actually a pyro. Oh, he changed class. I was really hoping that was happening.
He's not a sniper.
No, it's super unfortunate. I was really looking forward to a pyro play. That would be power right there. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be watching this side. Let's get Shadowplayed. Failed bomb coming out there from Pansy Soldier. He's going to land below the points, which is pretty much done for right now. Damage just getting tried. The bomb does come in into the combo, but he's got wow. Thermite. That is so. Oh, that sucks, man. 2 long distance rockets, and the damage is going to be there.
Just Pansy, get out right now. Pansy should get out right now. They don't drop Mika. No. Man, as soon as they picked up that med there, they should just get out, abandon that fight. That fight's not the real fight. You can let them cap second, then just uber straight back in and frag them there. But instead they wipe because they stay in there and try to win that mid fight, and they've potentially lost themselves the round here.
Yeah, very. Like I saw Plan Z losing that one after that soldier bomb. I don't know how he managed to kill Thermite. It must have had a good amount of damage dealt to him by someone else at some point. But yeah, 2 like relatively medium distance rockets managed to take him down. There's a fight's going to be happening here on second. Players just trying to scrap each other out. The medic isn't actually there to heal the players that push through initially. A player's going to get caught. He receives a crossbow.
That's big damage. Marshall was doing such big damage, but now he's trapped in and he's going to die. Oh, it's such a trap to get trapped in on there in demo. Like you're doing so much, pounding the damage onto the combo there. They can't even get in. But the problem is that there was always one scout already caught in by Rock, and he's just gonna walk in and kill you in the end. But they should get their respawn, so of course they will. Player's gonna try and get some early damage in through main, and oh dear, ult's up on Pyro, boys.
Here we go. See the Pyro push again. I've got to say, the big brain player is coming out again. I mean, you can't, it's not something you can prepare for. How do you prepare for that? Like, you can say, oh yeah, watch out for the Pyro, but how can your tactics differ? I mean, he can just nullify an uber push unless your demo has stickies constantly on the point, but even then, he can just air blast them, you know? What do you do? They're doing it,
they're going under. If they drop flare, they drop their demo! Alright, so immediately knock on that well. They've got players standing on point, they've pushed their players off. Stigma's going to play on point. See, this is what you do. You just get everyone on point Ubered. Yeah. But then they're still pushing everyone off. I don't like this note.
Okay, a bit more prepared for it that time. I mean, they got players behind the Uber, behind the O, which is really significant. Even if they did drop, it does distract that the pushing players.
It's also worth mentioning that they did drop flare on the way in on that push there, which probably just meant there wasn't enough damage going out on the point to clean up those non-flashed players. And now we're back on mid. Thank
Upper
God.
sniper.
Upper sniper, yay, keen. Damn it.
It could be the golden cap turnaround right now. This might be the hero that they need to get something done. So stalemate's going to be coming out here again. Uber advantage going massively for the favour of Plan Z. They push quick cleanup. I mean, that's why Nasty and Shadowplayed is so far back on the point right now. They just have a scout. Scouting choke right now. They've got the Uber, they need to get pushing, and they're gonna reuse the Uber into the mid, but that's getting Shadowplayed
got a good sideline here.
There's just no pick gonna really go the way of Plan Z. They're just gonna give up mid without really trading anyone, and they're gonna get a pick themselves. It's clear with stickies. He's gonna be able to pick up the 3 Mikau, what? How did that happen?
Ult? What just happened to ult?
I didn't even watch any of that.
I was just chilling out, watching everyone back out and choke. Meanwhile, ult comes in and picks up 3. Marshall's gonna try and capture second point. He picks up 4 health. He's dead now, but he does get the cap.
Oh, that was so confusing. They're mid. It wasn't even a mid fight. It was just a mid contesting, and it still went back and forth. I can't watch this, man.
I don't know what's happening. I can't keep up.
How does the demo get a back cap when you've literally just won mid, and then how do you get a force on that team? What?
Instinct's still here. What's he trying to do? They've already got the force instincts. What are you doing? Why is he going for the med pick? You don't need to do that. You just got the force. Just get out and
Doesn't even
live.
hit Thermite either. Massively unsuccessful. I mean, 70% over there.
They're still fighting!
Why is this still going on? Why is no one looking at points?
I don't know
This
what's
is
happening.
incredible. I mean, Arthur is just trying to snipe people right now. He's just going for DM at this point. I mean, 5 players up now.
I mean, this is messy, but I'm not going to say it's bad play from anybody. It's just messy, and it's hard to keep track of. I'm done.
It just gets worse. Like, you think you've seen it all in this match, but it just gets worse. It gets worse and worse and worse, man. This is incredible. I don't know what I'm witnessing right now. Thermite might die. He's on 16 health right now.
No! Where is he? Trapped on mid. Okay,
Oh, Jesus Christ, man.
good lord. Alright, well. Flair gets the drop on Mikau with a trap through choke. Now leaving, that's getting Shadowplayed with full Uber advantage to push this second and hopefully the last point. That's what they're thinking, because yeah, look at that. Plan C just not even contesting second. They're going to give it up for free. They needed a soldier to get in there and get the force on Thermite. That's to be the last saving grace here. They're all pushing River though. Strange, they get Optivex but they trade to Greek Hunter. Ult's pretty low, but you've got to bear in mind they've got an Uber charge here, so even if they get the blue players low, they can just blue can just Uber in and kill them.
Well,
So
we'll see
it's
it
good that they
happen
haven't
soon.
realised that they've backed out to last.
For one, it backed out on the point. I mean, it is Golden Cap, and I know you have to fight for every inch, but man, like, come on, guys. Heavy's
Yeah,
going to
here we
be
go.
there.
They're going to go in,
Uber's
they've
going to
got
be used as well.
5%, they get the... And now Flair's trapped in secret, he's going to go down here, nearly guaranteed. There we go, it's another failed push here.
Another one coming out. I mean, they had to deal with the Heavy, and they didn't even get him down, man. Like, what are you doing? Get some frags, get some kills, get on the point. Uber really wasn't used fast enough there. I mean, they had a little bit of an Uber advantage, fast enough to be able to get something done, but they just didn't use it. And then the Uber was able to completely nullify their push. Even though Plan Z are trying to get something done here onto second, nothing really going down. There's the soldiers that are going to be jumping through River, trying to go into last. The scout there as well. That's 2 players. Why are you dropping this? Send one soldier, not a soldier and a scout, to try and back kit. And now that Plan Z should be able to just take second right now. They had a 2-player advantage.
No sniper to speak of on Appa. I was thinking like, oh, did they sack 2 players in there to force them out and get an easy peek onto Mikau, but no. Mikau picks up the Uber, he's got 30%, they're not going to do anything with this ad, nearly certainly, but still no off classes happening here. I'm also surprised not to see Appa come up on Sniper after that death there.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting. But no, he's traded for nothing.
Man, this is really intense stuff to watch here. We've got a bit of a stalemate happening as I say that. Happening here is we're just going to see both equal Ubers waiting to get either a pick or just go for a sack in. I mean, my gut tells me that Appa's going to run in and go try and go sniper, but he hasn't. My gut hasn't been correct on Appa so far.
No, not quite. Really want him to come up on sniper there, like Golden Cap sniper is so much fun to watch. Really?
I want them to win through excellent team play rather than Appa hitting one crazy shot.
That would be.
And the problem is that, and the thing is that like that's what I was so worried about like not worried about, but that's what I was not looking forward to when I was going to cast this match. So I thought, well, every now and again these rounds are just going to come down to people doing really crazy stuff, but it hasn't been that. There's been excellent team play from both of these teams so far. There's been some bad team play for sure, but there's been some excellent work going on, and I'm really enjoying watching it. I'm trying to fill this gap here. I don't know if you could tell there with this stalemate happening.
I mean, yeah, Golden Cat, the stalemate's going to be even worse since you're in normal play. This is a pretty fake one right now. I don't know why players are not getting anything done. The trade's going to happen, top Alt's going to go down, but is it going to trigger push? That is
with
too.
the conch.
The conch is going to come out as well as the Uber now. No significant picks going either way. The health is pretty bad there on Thermite, but the Uber's going to fade out and he might die. Well, that's one. Okay, that's 1 pick there from that fight. 2 picks, Optivex going down. So Plan Z are going to finally win that mid through positioning.
The
and get
conch push works.
Marshall goes down to ult and forward spawn. significant win there amid for Plan Z. Now they're all the way back on their second because of one sniper dropping to the same... Because their 2 players dropped to the same sniper in the same place. What? What are they watching?
Look, it's probably just a good shot.
Look, Montgomery's trying to do the same thing. He's at Big Door Sam, the exact same spot that
I want Montgomery to hit this. I want him to do it.
Please do.
Come on, bro. Yes!
Oh,
Yeah,
payback. The payback. Ult's gonna go down there. That's a counter snipe fight over. Now
get
maybe
the wide peak, Montgomery. Here we go. Oh, he's not going to go for it. He's not going to go for it. He's going to get spammed out. He could have just jumped through there, taken one god tier peak.
They know the mid's there now. They've seen his mini beam too.
Oh! I mean, from my screen, his head. He was on Flair's head, but
headshot on land.
You wouldn't say shit to Montgomery if it was worth it, land.
He's checked.
Never mind. In the meantime, Greek Hunter dies at choke. Nothing comes of it though. I wanted to. Where's the counter sack out from that's getting Shadowplayed?
Yeah.
Big opportunity there, but nothing. I mean, maybe they were scared of that sniper. Fair enough.
How long have these Ubers been even for? The snipers come out, the sacks have come out, but nothing's really gotten it done. Both snipers are playing super passive right now. We're actually only seeing the sniper on Montgomery at the moment. I mean, Upper's not even playing sniper, and that's really surprising. This could be so effective at these chokes.
I always feel mean when I stereotype people into sniping all the time, but come on. It's based upon something. Time. It's based upon fact.
Of all times to go
I get deep, no, he gets immediately sniped back. Oh. That's a tilting jump, if anything, I tell you that. That might upset ult.
Oh, the push is actually coming out. We have a
oh my god, Thermite's 1 health.
The Greek Hunter jumped in through Big Door and just got him. Now the Uber's going to have to come through second, and as long as that's getting Shadowplayed doesn't drop any players.
Come on. Plan Z. They're all split up here. They can easily focus these targets here. Mikau's just... That was kind of strange. Just turn around, whatever. Let this... Montgomery, he's getting the peek in at choke. He's got lots of sight.
Spy on Marshall, spy on Marshall. Oh, what? He missed the first backstab too, but he got it in the end. And now that's getting Shadowplay. Got a push. They've got no damage to contest him at second now.
Montgomery's got this sight line though. No, he's not going to pick the fight. Oh, come on, hit those shots, bro. Oh man.
Oh my god, the 3-room blade from Stigma trying to take down Flair. He actually even hits him, and Greek Hunter's going to finish it off. Now, as Thermite's going to be getting out through Big Door, it's another pick. Ultra going down to Instinct. 3 players down right now for that's getting Shadowplayed. They have the sniper watching Big Door, but he's going to opt to trade back to his normal class so they can hold the second point. So, push is going to be coming through here for Plan Z. Uber advantage going massively in the favour of that's getting shit. Oh,
Optivex down? How?
Dude. He beefed his jump so bad, and he goes down for it. Montgomery still on sniper, pushing into second now.
Reek goes down, they trade, they pop the Uber in. I'm scared. Monka S.
Hold me, Dad. 3 players down.
Montgomery still got his peak, he gets the headshot onto Flair. Flair's 70 health, he's getting healed though. Montgomery's going to back up, but look at this, like, when they push into mid here, Montgomery could have such an angle. He doesn't know they're going for Big Door though, so he's going to knock up the opportunity. Marshall picks up Appa, great pipes there. Flair's going to get deep, trying to go for those extra damage, not doing much. Stigma's still trapped in Big Door. They pop the Uber in from choke it, excellent. Yes, Degree pops in, immediately gets the med. That is the purpose of that Uber, like that's all you needed with that. This is excellent. No, oh, Mikau goes down. How? Were you watching that?
No, I was not. I did not see it happening.
Damn it. I was too busy being excited.
Okay, so finally we have some progress being made. I mean... Okay, never mind. Okay, that's alright. Alpha's just going to get a headshot onto Instinct there. It's a player drop for them, and it's kind of going to scare them off from second point right now. Look how far Mikau is from his team right now. He's at Big Door, and the rest of his combo was that choke. They're reunited now. But,
ooh!
3.
Montgomery Wigglesworth gets the headshot in now.
Mikau goes down to ult at choke, but Mikau kills him with the crossbow. At choke, he
So
just hopped
it's a
straight
med and
onto it.
soldier trade?
Yeah, med and soldier trade. The med traded for a soldier. We'll just say it that way. So we've got the sniper v sniper fight still happening right now. Players just peeking at each other.
Oh!
Oh
Montgomery
my
wins it for
god,
the
man.
second time.
Montgomery does go
goes
down on the
down as
train
well.
though.
Still a sniper trade, nothing comes of it.
Oh man, it's absolutely turbulent as a match. They do have the uber advantage on That's Getting Shadowplayed, so they need to start pushing out onto the point now. PlanZ realise this and they're all the way back at choke, so they just need to lock them out. Come on, Flair. Use those stickies, keep them out right now.
They're still in. They're still in. What is the purpose of this? Are they trying to get the force out? Because if they are, they're not doing much. Greek's just stuck in the corner. He's going to jump around a bit. Probably going to feed here. That's the ends. I'm not really sure what the purpose of that was. Why would you get through choke there? Like, if it was to get the force, fantastic. But then you should do is skip jump and go and get the force. Because now we've got PlanZ holding back of mid with not much to go on. Look at this trap! Look at this trap! It's on the pole. No one's. Oh, he deads it. Damn it.
This is very stalemated as a match. I mean, Golden Cat's not so much work, but the push coming in anyway.
People just oh
my god, man!
drops.
How many drops has there been in this match?
I don't know.
Man.
I don't think I can call that Mikau's fault though. He just caught a stray pipe accidentally, but that is to be the end of it. That drop is going to lead to the golden cap.
Finally, that's the first map going the way of.
So that was like. I just want to point out that the meds had like 50 points each in that golden cap. The golden cap will. No, okay, good. Thank God. Just I have to reload my logs TF. I was looking at the full stats, the full match. All right, that golden cap was 16 minutes and 13 seconds.
Dang.
Over half standard map. Alt putting out the big damn 402 damage. Stigma following up. Flare Instinct. Appa right at the bottom going 5 and 7 and only doing 171 DPM. Wow, that was strange. Let me take a look at these drops here. Yeah, it's not that hectic, honestly. Thermite none, Mikau 2. It was probably just the two that I had a bit of a spasm about.
Yeah.
Montgomery Wigglesworth coming out on top of the sniper match there.
Yeah, he very much did. Which is kind of surprising because Appa was doing some work outside of the golden cap. Guess he didn't really play too much sniper, but still.
Well, that was Gully Wash, and we're going to move on now to Pro Lands. And we're going to take a little break. But just before we do, let me remind you that coming up, July 7th, we've got the LAN Down Under, hosted at Landslide in Melbourne. It's going to be a massive TF2 event. It's not really a TF2 event. Everybody, all games are represented there, but there's amazingly going to be a TF2 competition at Landslide this July. If you're interested, check them out. Just Google Landslide, it'll be somewhere around there. I'm going to show you a quick trailer made by our gorgeous Mitchell. Take it away.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to PlanZ versus That's Getting Shadowplayed. If you weren't around for the first map, went the way of That's Getting Shadowplayed by Golden Cap after being 2-2. And that's going to be Gully Wash going their way. Coming up to this second map, we're watching Pro Lands at the moment, waiting for the game to start. Players just joining up now. Friend and co-caster has stepped out for a bit. I'm sure he'll be joining us soon to commentate what has been a very interesting game, especially on that first map. Incredibly turbulent. Some great players coming out from both teams. Some questionable players coming out from both teams, and definitely a lot of frustrating and jaw-dropping moments that hopefully you will have enjoyed alongside us. Just a friendly reminder, you can follow us on Twitter at CappingTV. Hope you enjoyed the little video about the up-and-coming TF2 LAN happening in Australia. Can't attend myself, unfortunately, so if you wanted to see, then too bad. So we just wait for these players to join up and get ready for the second map. Yeah, so definitely not a very dominant performance coming out from either side. I mean, on the outside of the golden cap, Mikau had nearly double the amount of Uber charges that Thermite had, and like we said during the logs, you should definitely roll another team if you have double the amount of Uber charges, but I'm not sure if we'll see a similar performance on this different map. I mean, especially at these sort of at this level, the performance of teams can vary massively between maps because people are very specialized at certain maps, and players definitely enjoy other maps. That's why you don't see Granary anymore, because no one likes Granary in comparison to these other maps.
You deserve a medal, Doc. All right, I'll feel good. Thanks for the aid.
No, we should be right. Should be starting any minute now. 6 players on both teams, 1 team readied up.
Hey, thanks, Doc. Yeah, thanks, Doc.
Apologies for the wait.
How we doing?
I've got 1 team readied up, other team not so much.
We are
12
not
players,
live,
sorry.
presumably?
We are live.
Oh, my bad. Hello and welcome back.
You're not getting paid.
Missed out on Caster this season there. But, yeah, so, Badlands coming up. I gotta admit, this kind of came as a surprise to me and my team. That's maybe just specific to my team in Intermediate, but we hadn't scrimmed Badlands at all before it came up. We just kind of forgot that it was a thing. I don't know how much these guys have been playing. Let me have a quick sticky beak at the logs, see if these guys have been playing much. Yeah, it looks like they had a scrim. The Plan Z have been scrimming on the Badlands enough. They actually went 5. They actually went 5. What? I thought they were already live.
The game is live.
Oh, hello, welcome back. CappingTV, we're watching. Oh. Oh, we're live in the match. Excuse me.
That's Caster of the season next. Next
Alright,
season
mid-fight. It's big bomb straight up onto Mikau. Picking him up straight away. And Marshall's going to go down as well. And Thermite's still up in the fight there. It looks like we're going to have... Oh my god. Lots of
Why is this
oh
my...
Wow. We got down to a single player on that mid-fight there.
That
Greek popping that taunt up there. That's more than fine by me. That was a long and extended mid-fight. That was really interesting.
Especially without a reap that went on for so long, and both mids gonna die there. Like I said, 1 player left. She hasn't even finished capping the point. He's got a player contesting him. That was 300 IQ. 300 IQ there, stopping that cap for about 5 seconds before it was recapped. The repush isn't going to come out here. Ubers are going to be even slowly, or actually a 30% advantage right now, going the way of Plan Z. But that's going to affect him too much. If Plan Z can push him to second quickly enough with the Uber edge. We'll have to wait and see, but players just throwing spam across the choke right now. No sacks happening as of yet. The Uber's here for Plan Z. Question is, they're going to use it. They're going for a house push. It looks like solo onto the scout. They're going to have to get straight onto Thermite right now. Unless, yeah, he doesn't get the Uber. He goes down. That's great from them. They can finally clean up these players and cap second. Excellent repush from them, but the back cap's happening from a blue soldier. Ult's on mid right now. No one is doing anything about it. Now 3 players have come back behind them.
Ult jumps from that back cap straight onto the medic and picks up Mikau there.
Oh
wow.
My God.
Big plays. Big plays coming up.
Huge.
But despite that, we're now on last here with probably going to be about 20% overhead on the side of Thermites, maybe 30 here. And I'd like to see him set up some sort of a forward hold here. It looks like Flair's trying to go for it. No one's with Flair though. They're slowly moving up now. We've actually got ult on Pyro playing bottom left. Oh dear, Flair goes down to the stickies of Marshall. Sorry, I didn't really catch how that went, but Marshall's jumping out now and getting that quick arrow. They're demo down now, so they should definitely try and be getting to lobby here without that demo.
They know the Pyro's there. He's getting aggressive and trash by himself for some reason, but I mean that's something they have to deal with, and they know they have to deal with. It's always nice being prepared for an enemy Pyro. Yes, managed to light Mikkel on fire, but isn't able to follow it up with any significant damage. He's playing forward, away from the rest of his team, but obviously as a Pyro not getting anything done.
I would have wanted to see Plan Z enter lobby there without that demo. And that demo man and Flare up, and instead they've given Flare and that's getting Shadowplayed enough time to get set up for another forward hold here. Lobby here. Flare's gonna try and stick up balcony. No, he's just gonna be playing bats.
Ubers are even seeing a stalemate already.
Soldiers out with a big force. Oh, he drops Ecal. That's a +2. There's some large gamer brains happening so far. And the big cap wasn't happening. Montgomery's back.
There's so much point presence, and the Uber had to be used as well. So that drop almost effectively nullified right now. That's getting Shadowplayed. Plan Z are still really deep into last right now. I mean, Demo and Soldier are both on the right side. They've pulled back now, but man, Heavy's out now as well, so that's getting Shadowplayed and might be able to get some sort of push going. The respawns are there for Plan Z though, so too late now.
The Degree hunter down. No, Appa's going to run out and get some big damage onto Marshall here. Marshall, excellent stickies up there. Now Thermite's trapped out alone, but he's going to get straight back into trash here. Ultra and Flare looking to contest point here, but Instinct's behind them. He bombs the wrong player and he's bombed the scout on point when Thermite was right next to him. Stigma's still behind, taking a lot of damage, goes down. And we should see Plan Z just immediately try and leave choke here, which is what we're seeing now. There's a bit of a chase happening here. No, they're just going to let them make sure they can't get back into second here. The players behind to speak of, and there's still 2 down on this mid push here, mid hold here. Sorry, that's getting Shadowplayed should try and move in, and they are doing that. Trying to move in here with this 2-player ad. Optivex with a big bomb and lots of damage out. Degree goes down, Montgomery goes down, Marshall picks up ult. Marshall's super low though. Meanwhile, Stigma's fighting Appa in Valley. Stigma gets out. Appa still has all his health, but Plan Z is still 2 down here. Only 1 down for that's getting Shadowplayed. They've got this player out. They should probably try and move into second here. And it looks like they're going to be going for this house push. Nope, you're going through Valley, and they've actually got no one watching Valley at the moment because their flank is down. And they're going to get through. Mikal's caught out here with the Uber. He's going to have to. What? No, they pick up Stigma, and Marshall's still
Flea
there.
Gets trapped. Flea's trapped without his meds Uber, and Thermite's now going to have to solo a scout to save himself. And that scout really needs to try and get onto. Oh, well, actually, Mikal's on 40 health. He's got 2 scouts to deal with and a soldier. But Plan Z kind of abandoned their mid, and Flair got abandoned by his own mid and managed to die there. But still, they somehow managed to pull it out from that's getting Shadowplayed. 4 respawns now, Pyro to Heavy, as they do try to go for some sort of very quick push, but the respawns are timed very well for the start of Plan Z.
Appa's behind point, and he gets a frag onto Instinct, and he's just going to cap. No one's going to stop it. No, Stigma's they're going to drop down and get the stop up there. Lots of frags coming out. Optivex gets 2 with 1. Mikal up on point now with Degreek. Just Optivex left on last here. He's got not much health to do here, but he's hit lots of excellent directs here onto Degreek. Oh, Degreek was down to 5 health. Flares come in from bottom left, gets picked up. That was messy. Lots of people was trying to sack onto point there right at the end. They had so much cap time. It could have come out for them.
If Flair had got in there like
yes,
even just a second earlier, that would have gone the way. I believe that would have gone the way.
Ult's on Spy. Ult's on Spy. Where is he? He's in bottom lobby now. Just behind them. He could have gone if he gone a slight bit earlier. That could have worked out, and he could have got that back cap there. But he's now on bats. I don't believe they have any idea.
I think he has mistimed that back cap, but he's going to try to turn it into something. He's got the medics back available to him, and they're not turning around anytime soon. He's going in.
Oh,
he misses it. Mikau turns at the perfect time and he misses the backstab. That was...
He didn't even turn, dude. He just like panicked and swiped a little bit too early. What? Instinct goes down somehow? They're popping the Uber in through choke. Popping the Uber into choke. Montgomery is going to try on getting to Flare, but Flare's pipe's too good. Optivex now onto Mikau. No, Mikau managed to drop down and avoid that. Appa's there. He picks up one. He's got to get Mikau. Yeah, they're going to get Mikau. It's a straight up wipe for Plan Z. They've got 4 spawns coming in 12 seconds. They won't be able to do anything about seconds. They will have everyone up for last, which is luckily. And Montgomery is on the smart play and gone straight onto NG.
Yeah, he's done it quickly, which is really good to see. If they can get that level 3.
Instinct's on last. He's like pressuring Flare.
Flare was in main by himself with no mid. Now he's got 50 health, but the Uber advantage is massively in the favour of that's getting Shadowplayed. So we'll see if they can use that and push onto this last. They do have a sentry gun to contest with, whether or not it'll be a whole other story. The Pyro is also going to be something that's going to be a massive pain in the ass to deal with, especially pushing on the bad lanes. If the Uber does come out, they're trying to push with the Uber. The Pyro is so effective right now. He nullified so much of that Uber. Damage finally coming out. The sentry gun does finally go down as well. Marshall, fat pipe onto both the scouts there, and Optivix going down in return. Ult's going to pick up 2 with 1 rocket though, and it's just a mid versus 2 soldiers in mid versus him. He does go down. Man, there was some great damage coming out from both teams there. Ult getting 2, but then at the same time, Marshall getting scouts who are trying to get a double cap going. That's the reason why you see so much cap time. You're going to get completely wiped on that last push. The sniper does come up too, but that's getting Shadowplayed.
Yeah, Appa's on sniper. This could be bad. He's going to get some good peeks through mid here. Sorry, they popped the Uber off. There's not going to be any drops to speak of. Up top, he's got lots of players to look at. Everyone's Uber at the moment. So he misses the shot onto a soldier, misses a shot onto a scout, but he's still got so much space here. He's getting pressured out now by Marshall. Ultra's deep. Picks up Marshall, the demo man. That's big. Appa's going to try and get this Y pick as well. Ult's already in, trying to get another play out. He manages to get out, and Appa's just DMing the Greek with the SMG there in choke. Nothing will come of that. And now the Greek is trying to get deep onto mid here and sort these players out. And Instincts come as well. The double soldiers are going to pick up Thermites. Excellent play there.
Oh, Mikau, good surf there, managing to stay up on the point. He does fall down afterwards. Just a little bit of fear. Wow, fat direct there from Ult's going to take down Mikau, who did really well to avoid that pro soldier, but he can't really ask him to avoid both of them. A repush is actually happening here in mid. Ultra's going to go down. Marshall's trying to fight on point. They do have a scout to contest beneath them, and I think Flair's running around somewhere, but 56 health.
Choke, he's pretty low. But he gets an arrow and now Thermites. Sorry, go for it.
Appa's underneath point. He's on Marshall. He just walked into Hutch and took down Marshall. He gets traded, but man, that was a good play from him. 25 health took down Marshall as well. Super impressive.
Flair was pretty deep there and takes a lot of damage, but does manage to get out there. Now they've just got their combo playing at choke. The whole team of Plan Z up. Ult and Stigma are both pretty low after a big fight on the flank. It goes to help out, but in the meanwhile, that's getting Shadowplayed attempted to get in through choke, and it sort of happens. It's still sort of playing around. Ultra gets a pick on Instinct in house, and now everyone's side of Plan Z is pretty low. It's super messy. Someone gets in. Ult gets in onto Mikau. Mikau's only 40 health. Gonna try and make. It looks like Thermite is gonna try and bring Ultra in through choke now. He's got this Uber. He could use it there and try and take that solo, but he's just gonna save it instead, giving Mikau time to pick up his Uber. Now Flair's in with this Uber. They pop it up. Now they've got a fairly even exchange happening here. Ultra goes down during that Uber now, and now Plan Z are going off this full chase. Thermite's so low. Oh, yes, he's probably going to go down here. Yep, Stigma picks up Therms. Marshall goes for a bomb deep in. He's now on the spire. It's just Optivex left underneath the point. He's going to get out to last.
Appa survives as well, and he's going to get out. Optivex still somewhere with 20 health. Finally gets back to spawn and gets his health back up. As both respawns, Flare and a soldier, are going to be coming up for that's getting Shadowplayed and be able to hold this last. Perhaps quite effectively. Optivex looking a little bit confused. Nearly walks out trash there after second. He's going to be peeking forward lobby. Get some information for the team when they come in. Upper is up on that sniper. Be incredibly effective here. It's Badlands last to take down that Uber on the mid when they try to come in. They do have a significant 30% Uber advantage going the way of Plan Z. But it is worth noting, neither team's gotten a cap yet on last. It's been a really massive back and forth thing. We've been on both teams last quite a few times.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm not really sure what Plan Z are planning here. Blair's just trying to set up a forward trap here. With a sentry coming out, the Uber comes in through main. Not much happening so far. Instinct manages to pick up Appa. Flair returns with one onto Montgomery. Marshall and Instinct pick up two, and there's only 3 players left, including a Pyro. Now it's just the mid and an Ubered scout on the point versus 4 players on the side of Plan Z. Instinct's up in the tube. He's not going to get much. Oh, he does get it! Wow, Ultra doing a lot of damage to Instinct up in the tube there, but not enough in the end. And they get the cap out here. Big news, and that's the first round going to Plan Z.
Yeah, so we're going to be coming onto this mid now. I'm going to be watching Flair and see how he compares to Marshall on these opening mids. It's going to be about pretty much even, I would say, on the opening damage. These players bombing coming in now, both soldiers dumping each other respectively. Marshall goes down to Arpa. This is really good from him early on. Ult goes down to a crossbow from Mikau, but Thermite goes down at the same time. Mikau really
Stigma's
needs
running
to
through now, he's got
here.
lots of health. Oh, he didn't anymore. Appa runs forward, Montgomery just picks him straight up. Flair is so low in choke. What?
Wow!
Picks up 2 with just those stupid pipes over the top, and now it's just Mikau left to TM Flair, and he does it. But
I don't know
Vex
what
is
he was
gonna get him.
expecting, but Mikau does go down. You probably should have gone out there with to get the frag onto the demo. Don't know what Flair was exactly thinking. I mean, everyone knows.
Still
that
worth
Crossbow
it
has 30
in a
health.
way. Pick
If
up
he
that
gets the
demo
fat
there,
bite, yeah.
slow them down for the next push.
The control point is being captured.
Players just gonna be bouncing around here, holding onto mid. Just a bit of a contest for second point coming out now. Ubers are going to be relatively even. I mean, there's a slight advantage going the way of that's getting Shadowplayed, but Plan Z are building now, so it's pretty much going to be nullified.
Both building on the choke and back of the train.
Yeah, back train, they're not even
respectively.
holding far forward or spamming them out of choke, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't believe they think the ad is that big. They've got the win now, so they are moving forward. They're feeling more confident. They're going to go in. It looks like Ultra's trying to make his way in, but he's on his own. He gets sort of just either baited or just miscommunication there. These are players now. The Uber comes in through balcony. It's a fairly even trade so far. Lots of 2 players going behind Appa and OZF, but they're both pretty low. But meanwhile, Ult picks up Instinct, but Degree and Stigma return with the frags onto OptiveX and Ultra, and Appa, sorry. And Flair goes down in shithouse.
Yeah.
Now it's just Thermite left alone in house. No way he can live here. And he's just turbines there.
Our control
So back and forth.
It is really back and forth, right? I mean, we only just got the first cap before this mid. It's taking a really long time for either team to get to the other teams and last to get a win secured. But anyway,
Yeah, 14 minutes left, and so it's obviously still anyone's game at this point, especially considering how back and forth it's. Plan Z seem to be in the driving seat with their 1 round up. They're winning a lot of these team fights, doing pretty well. Now Appa's up on Sniper. This is a really, really dangerous point to have a sniper on, because he's got such a massive sightline when if they decide to go through choke.
Yeah, we could definitely see him doing some work. He's done it before. See if he can do it again. He's sitting up there on bats. No players through from Plan Z, so he's got no one to shoot at yet. Whether or not he decides to get aggressive and choke is his own decision, but he's still going to be sitting there on bats, waiting for that first player, that unfortunate player to be coming through choke. But maybe even might see an alternative push from Plan Z. As they are in house now, they're coming out. Uber is used onto Thermite. He's trying to get out desperately. No significant work being done by Arpa even to deal with his Uber players. He does get bombed and he's going to get forced out by Degree Hunter.
Oh.
He does hit a headshot though. Arpa goes down, however. Stigma gets the trade. 3 players down for that's getting Shadowplayed. Oh, actually, wow, okay, the trades are coming out, the fights are happening. And the damage is being done. Ultra's going to get Marshall there, and he's going to get a scout as well. He's just got the soldier to contest with on top of Spire, but Degree Hunter's rockets finally going to finish him off.
Wow. And it's going to end up with Plan Z getting the cap here, but they're going to have a refight straight away. Scouts moving out onto second. Dureek's pretty low. Moves behind. Luke appears to just give up a bit there. Instinct left in choke alone, with Stigma, sorry, but not on heaps of health, and that's getting Shadowplayed. They're going to be able to recap this.
Control point.
And we've got 5 players up playing on their train for Plan Z. And that's getting Shadowplayed. Aren't gonna do a quick push. They're just gonna relax and choke for a bit, take it easy. It's even Uber's situation here. We've got 4 stickies from Marshall sitting here just next to the choke here, and 4 also on the choke. Choke well covered by Marshall here, making sure no one can get through. Instinct it was doing in house, but he's now gonna move forward, meet that scout Appa in house, and get the frag here. Let's get a counter sack. Go, someone. Both soldiers are standing there pretty healthy at the front of choke, but none of them go. Mikau, meanwhile, somehow goes down to 60 health.
I think we might have took a pipe or something like that. That's some relatively significant damage to take as you need.
Yeah.
We might actually see... might come up on Sniper. Cross your fingers. No, he does not. Reapers and Ravens.
Fine by me.
Oh, I
Anyway.
want to see it, man. I always want to see an upper Sniper.
Gets nuts sometimes.
Sometimes being the key word.
But here, I mean, more often than not. Let's leave it at that. There's fairly standard stalemate here on Badlands. But even Uber, there's lots of damage coming out onto ult, but nothing's going to come of it. Lots of damage happening on mid as well. Just padding the stats here at this point.
That's all you can do in stalemates like this. Just get that DPM up. Make yourself seem like a better player than you really are.
Yeah.
Get those 3 damage chip shots for the scout and just 40 damage pipes.
Look at the red, they're getting pretty deep here. Degree goes for a bomb, he gets lots of damage onto Thermite, he might even get the 3rd rocket off. Thermite goes down to 50 health. It was a pretty good attempt at a bomb here, but again, let's see a counter sack here. We need to see counter sacks here way more often. Like they're already 1 down. Here we go. Optivex gets in, tries to go for it. He gets mid.
No. Oh no.
Oh, so close.
Nothing worse than trying to bomb in onto the enemy mid and getting him a shot and just stomped down like that. He got nothing done whatsoever. So Ubers are going to be even now. Players are essentially even once they get that respawn.
The Greek is playing pretty close to choke. He's taking a lot of damage. So is Miko. He's down to 100 health. Flair's just so deep in choke, just hitting that damage.
Meanwhile, we might be trying to go for
Instinct and
damage play, maybe.
ult is pretty deep in Valley. He's just gonna leave again. Much to really look at here, except for Flair just hitting that ridiculous DPM through the choke. So much damage onto Marshall. Needs a lot of damage himself. Instinct goes down pretty low, and that's the end. That's the end of Instinct's life. And Stigma goes down on the flank as well.
Ult's gonna
goes
get
down
at the same time. The Uber's being used by Plan Z.
The Greek gets in. Oh, so close to that force.
3 players up, Plan Z. 2 players up. Okay, now the Uber can be used onto 2 players for some reason. Maybe got the force off. I'm not really sure why the Uber was used onto pretty much essentially just Mika there.
Oh my god.
Marshall's going to go down really early.
Let me just bring up that red had Uber for 138 seconds before using it there, and blue had it for 152.
Wow. That's
a long ass stalemate there.
That's Badlands. Definitely.
Yeah, we've got 9 minutes left, and again this round has flipped itself. Plan Z are on last with fairly even Ubers. They've got the sentry up, no other off classes to speak of. Shadowplayed have moved into lobby and they've taken it pretty well. Let's see what happens here. I mean, to be honest, this is another situation for a pretty long stalemate we might run into here.
Very much so. It's even worse now because the
only
people that can realistically push are that's getting Shadowplayed, and they have to push into a pyro and a sentry gun. Like that's different from like a second where you get to sack a player in and then push out. You can't do that as a last holder, well, unless you get something really important done. But I mean, that happens once every 300 matches, you know. And, yeah, definitely probably going to see a pretty significant down there right now.
For sure. Seeing enough, we are going to see this stalemate here. I mean, my gut says sack Appa in for sniper.
Definitely.
But Still not much is happening. We've got Montgomery just guarding that sentry built by Stigma there, so there's the double span from Mame cannot take down the sentry gun because rockets would just get reflected straight into those soldiers.
They even have a level 2 dispenser there to keep their demo well supplied as well as their pyro. So yeah, definitely setting up for a long one now on both things.
Yeah, I mean, we could also see, like,
Wow,
Blue's
okay.
gone in with the Uber, but it's just getting absolutely nullified by that pyro. It's pretty easy to guess that was going to happen. Fairly...
Questionable?
yeah, did something happen? Did they get forced or something, or did they just decide to... They hate stalemates and decided to go in?
Optivex is going to get traded out though after that push.
Oh!
Macau, no!
Another drop there. Another flare sticky trap. Good lord.
We've
seen a couple of them so far. Here we are, we got... Oh man.
Sentry gun's still there.
Yeah, it's been moved down to bottom left. I like putting my sentry there. I think that's a fun position. No one expects it a lot of the time. But just actually, somehow, after all that, we've just reset.
Yeah,
Appa's gonna respawn soon though. Come on, fingers crossed.
Macau,
Yep,
man,
there it is.
It sucks
The
to
upper
drop to
sniper.
that. Yeah, the upper sniper going to be the turning point here for this matchup. I think they just got impatient, to be honest. That's getting changed.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame them.
Going.
It's a pretty boring situation there. But I know I'd still would have rather seen a sack or two rather than just a straight up trade,
definitely.
and because especially when you're like, okay, like they obviously knew the pyro was there for ages. They Blues Ubered in at top and got the sentry gun, but that's it. And leaving Mikau with nearly a full Uber advantage, and Flair's gonna go down. Wait, Mikau died? How does that happen?
I don't know how he died, but he did. And now
Did Flair get in deep and do that sticky damage on him? Maybe.
could even see another reset after that.
Oh, man.
They do have
Flares
the
are in bottom
heal.
left.
Upper and Optivex just drop. They just die. They don't get anything done. Ultra's going to pick up Stigma, but he's going to get traded out by Marshall. And now...
Just Thermite leaving through trash. Flares up, and he's on the top of second there, so he might be able to stop this point. They're coming out of bats, but he drops down to grey, and he's still low. The arrow's being missed there, but Ult's there to back him up. So Ult's going to jump onto second, immediately pick up Montgomery, who was looking behind for some reason.
Yeah, it was a very confusing thing. I'm not sure if he's trying to look down at the rake and Flair is there, but Flair's actually... He pushed into the lobby for a second there. I don't know if he was trying to sneak through main or something, but... Yeah, no, effectively seen a reset. That's getting Shadowplayed to reclaim, or have secured second from Plan Z. Uber's pretty heavily in the favour of that's getting Shadowplayed, but Upper is playing sniper, so he needs to do something before they can push.
For sure. And it looks like Plan Z are pretty much backed up to last. There's still a bit of a forward hold going on, a little bit.
Sniper.
But they're getting through this. Appa's still playing on the on point for some reason. And yes, Stigma is going for the counter snipe here. He's not anymore. He's gone back into spawn. Yep, changed off onto engineer. Serve this sentry and get ready for another big stalemate.
Just entertaining TF2, let us see, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, yes, it's boring, but also think about it this way: there's actually now only 4 minutes left.
True.
We've gone down from 9 to 4 minutes. Just on this one last push here. Oh, admittedly there were a couple of fails. Appa's going to go down on sniper here. He's going to get that 23-second respawn. That's pretty massive. But Degree Hunter gets traded out as well. It's like they keep on attempting to go for one thing, and another thing snowballs off of it, and it just doesn't work out. And they still have that fire up there.
From next game Shadowplayed. Well, not dry push, but they're just going to try to walk in. Sentry gun's really hurt over there. I'm going to pick it up. Pyro's playing close as well. They might be able to do some damage, but no. Oh, there's a lot of damage and choke there. So, both. That's the scout and demo going down to incredibly low health, but no picks are going to come in the way of Plan Z.
You can feel the frustration coming off of these players at this point. You know, that's getting Shadowplayed winning just very narrowly up a golden cap in the previous map on CP Gully Wash. Now, that's getting Shadowplayed at just one round behind, and they've been sitting there on this half-an-hour match. We're now down to 3 minutes left, not being able to do anything. Like every push fails sometimes. It's just a big toxic mess.
we're just gonna see another golden cap after this. If that's saying if that's getting Shadowplayed does actually manage to push on to the last round now. I mean, either way, this is gonna be a fun map.
Anyway, ult goes down there after a quick bomb there. Flare is just continuing this. I reckon they should punish Flare here. He keeps doing this. Look, he keeps getting so deep and getting this sticky damage out. Why don't you just have a soldier play close there and stop Flare? No off classes to talk about on the side of that's getting Shadowplayed. We've still got the Pyro and the NG on the side of Plan Z.
Flare has had a bit of a vendetta against those dispensers. He hasn't actually been able to get one up. Completely shut them down pretty much every single time they've given out.
Look at that! The direct hit comes in through main. Nearly takes down a sentry, but Montgomery
Contra's being popped by the Green Hunter actually. Yeah. As the sentry goes down, finally they get it down. As the Uber's going to be used in here by this being Shadowplayed, but the Pyro Uber's just going to knock them back.
Oh no, they managed to get past him.
He managed to airblast them towards the point somehow in the end. Oh,
there's a on point.
Oh no, he gets picked.
Oh, Flare drops down and gets the pick onto Mikael, but then immediately gets deflected out.
What? We're going to golden cap, ladies and gentlemen. 1:31 here. Players have to play incredibly quick to try and get a cap off and win this map. Thermite jumped down from up top and went right behind the enemy demo. He had no idea he was there. He was focusing on the other combat player left and just went down behind him. There was so much cap time, didn't even matter. And he just got it. Now we're on this mid that could be dead time depending on how quickly these players move. Ult's going to be the first one to go down there, but 2 picks, that's Instinct instantly going down. Optifix does get traded, but Montgomery's going down as well. There's 2 players up for Plan Z. They actually might be fast enough to cap this. If they keep this momentum going, that's getting Shadowplayed.
They're definitely going for it.
They're
definitely going for it. They want it. But they are gonna. But Plan Z's gonna get all the spawns out, and I imagine they're just gonna go straight for the turtle setup on last and go for that golden cap. But there's no engineer coming out. Stigma goes for the heavy. Probably the best they can get there. Flare's super low in upper lobby. Looks like they're in then through main. No, they're just gonna walk back up into upper lobby. They've only got 30 seconds to get this push out here. This is looks like Thermite's just gonna wait for this Uber. It's gonna be even Ubers.
Direct hit Uber might be coming out here. I can see that happening to this Pyro. They're just trading shots right now. Come on. 15 seconds. The Uber's finally used. The Pyro is something they have to deal with. The Pyro is just completely nullifying it though, and the Heavy's still alive. No point presence right now. The Pyro is just keeping them all off it.
So everyone's so low on both teams though. There's only 3 players left up for... Oh man, Optifix gets the pick. Mikael's on point, but that's the stalemate. And we are going to golden cap for the 2nd time, ladies and gentlemen. This is the closest an Ozfortress match can be. We are going to golden take a quick look here, ladies and gentlemen. These logs.
It's the longest game of TF2 I've ever casted.
Yeah, the DPM is definitely going to suffer in this match. Wow. The Greek Hunter still putting out 377 DPM despite all those massive long stalemates.
Yeah, he must be getting some spam done or something, man.
Yeah, that was huge. In terms of kills, we've still got the Greek Hunter topping up with Marshall right underneath him. Let's see how much heals he got though. Dude, Montgomery getting 30% again. What? How does your scout get top heals on Badlands?
30% is a massive amount of heals, man. That is incredible.
Yeah, especially if you sort the logs by kills. Montgomery's the lowest on red team. If you sort it by death, he's the highest. How does that work? I mean, maybe the heal stats are a little bit skewed because he did play 7 minutes of Pyro.
True.
In that last there, and they would have just been pummeling the heals into that Pyro. Sure he doesn't die, but still that's a lot of time. There's a lot of heals put into that scout.
Yeah. And but not much really paying off from it. He's like, I haven't really noticed anything significant throughout the entire game that he's done.
No, I have to agree with you there. Interestingly, Ult picking up 6 med frags during that match.
Yikes.
And Mikael dropping twice. But also putting out more heals than Thermite. One less Uber. Still pretty... It's kind of weird stats going on, I've got to say, but yeah. We're going to head into Golden Cap.
As we slowly approach 1 AM New Zealand time. Because this
Good
match
lord.
has taken so much longer than I thought it would.
Well, yes, this is, as I say, the longest an Fortress match can go. Like, it's not possible for them to go longer. I mean, let's hope this Golden Cap is not 16 minutes, but something tells me it will be. But then again, we could be surprised and they're just going to roll it straight into a 30-second round here. It's been done before. Well, I've got this little bit of downtime here. Let me just take one more opportunity to remind you that in July, on July 7th, in Melbourne, here in Melbourne, make sure you head on down to Landslide, as the Land Down Under are going to be hosting a big TF2 tournament there. The biggest TF2 tournament in Australia for a long time. It's going to be a ripper of a time. If you're interested, just Google Landslide and make sure you get your sign up in so you're guaranteed a spot.
Yeah, thanks, Doc. Thanks.
And that's it. I've run out of things to say. You could follow us on Twitter if you like. I mean, we'd appreciate it. At CappingTV, something like that. You know, yeah. I mean, have you got any predictions for this Golden Cap, mate?
You know, it's been so
Never
back
mind.
and forth. You can't really even say for predictions. It's just so all over the place. Honestly.
We are. Okay. Well, two things. They've gone live and they haven't executed the Golden Cap config. But whatever. We'll forget that. Marshall's going to arrive at mid slightly fast, or quite a lot
He's
faster.
going to be really slow. He was AFK in spawn. He's AFK again.
Is he lagging? I feel like Flair's... Yeah, Flair must be lagging here. Thermite goes down immediately. There's no... This is a disaster. What's happened here? Flair wasn't even in. He jumps now and he's trying to get the frag onto Mikau, just immediately goes down. Plan Z could roll this here. That was strange. I've got to assume Flair was lagging there. Yeah. They drop a stop DDoSing our demo into chat. Jesus. And now we're going to see a full Uber ad on the side of Plan Z pushing into last. I'm surprised not to see a pause coming out of that's getting Shadowplayed there, because if their demo was lagging on the mid fight there, that it definitely determines a lot of the Golden Cap. And he's still lagging, he's going to feed. This is an unfortunate way to see this fantastic match end. But no, App is denying that Uber's so hard on that pyro! But they're getting capped on it! Stigma gets so much done. Instinct's now walking in. Optivex is pretty low. He manages to get the arrow onto Optivex. Instinct's dealing the damage onto the heavy. They go down, and it's a full-on wipe. What is? They had full overhead and they dropped their demo.
No one shot upper. He just kept airblasting the back. Kept the entire combo plus extras in choke.
Yeah, and Appa drops. Sorry about that in chat for that pyro play there in Montgomery. Just talks with a taste of our own medicine, which is very true. But now Flair's alone on mid. Look at that. He's like 15 health on mid, 7 health. He's not going to die. Crazy. Stigma's low, and they managed to pick up Ultra somehow. Was Ultra trying to come in and back up Flair, and then ended up getting baited? Lord.
There's actually see a sniper there from Montgomery in mid, but he doesn't ever pick up a shot. Flair did get so low.
They're coming through house now. The Uber's coming through. They're just going to nearly drop Optivex. Marshall's going to go down in this fight, though. And Instinct's going to be in as well.
Time, however, Instinct goes down.
Flair trades.
Forced down to choke now.
Stigma's still fighting in choke. They're all still fighting in choke. Montgomery's back in with his heals. Thermite's well split up from his med. Degree Hunter's... Oh, he actually had an opportunity there to go for the med. He was waiting for a health back in house there, and Thermite was alone leaving through Valley, but probably the window was too small. Now they're going to get spammed out of Great Bridge here. Oh, wow.
There's a level 2 sentry.
He's going to top off, but he's coming out to try and maybe rock their confidence a bit. But now Appa's alone on bats here. He should go down, and he does. They've fed Appa on a 20-second respawn time here. They can't forward hold this. They need to get out, and Plan Z need to be moving quicker than they are. Only's just moving into the lobby. I mean, they should send a counter sack there. And Stigma takes so much damage. Takes an arrow and then immediately goes back. Immediately goes down to the like 20 health again. And that was actually a 19-second Uber advantage from Red Team that they just wasted. But you know, the nerves are running high after. Yeah, the nerves are running high after the 2 golden caps we've had.
Oh, here we go. Waiting for these players to do something and let the game respectively.
Igma dies somehow.
Igma
dies probably bottom right.
Yeah.
And the Pyro's going to walk forward and trade on ults. There lots of stickies coming out from both the demos on this choke here. Degreek gets deep. Why? You saw stickies there. Degreek is super low. Now the mid and the scout are well split up from the rest of their combo. But there's not any threat of a sniper anywhere on the field at the moment. Alt is up on Spy. Where is he? I'm gonna get on his cam. Moving in through main. He's gotten there. Oh, he opens the door and Stigma must have noticed that. No.
What?
Come on, bro.
Oh, he heard that.
Yeah,
how would he
he
not
goes
hear
down.
that, man?
Yeah.
Like, come on. That's a bit cheeky.
Yeah, Stigma going for the pick. Like, I'll just decide to go on a pick for Stigma, but even if he did do that, like, why? That's not gonna help you because, you know, then they know there's a spy there and all they've lost is a scout they already had lost. And they're gonna Uber their combo in top right here. The sentry goes down, the Pyro's not doing anything to deny it because there is no Pyro because ult is dead. Ult's now up and 2 players go down and it's... Please don't tell me this is another fail push. They've got the heavy coming in for that late push here. And that's doing a lot of work, but ult flanks on Pyro?
Marshall goes down at the same time. Yeah,
They
no, that push failed and they wiped.
God.
They should not have, but they did. Oh, man.
The control point is being captured.
So,
Yikes being dropped in chat and I don't blame him. This is
can we flip a coin coming out from Stigma? I would very much prefer that at this point.
alright, both the scouts are gonna be Ubered, not even Ubered, they're just gonna be pushed in through choke and Ultra goes down, but Thermite managed to pick up Degreek Hunter in trade there. Looks like Degreek's not very happy about it. And I don't blame him. This is such a long match. We started at what, 9 PM? It's now nearly 11.
Yeah.
I mean, what else can these 2 teams do? They've tried everything.
They really have. Like, we've seen such a variety of off classes.
And now this is so...
We've
this
even
must
seen a heavy push. I mean,
yeah, I mean, like, think about how... Oh, they popped the Uber in bottom main. They must have gotten forced or something. They're going to walk the Pyro in through main. He's immediately just going to get fucking melted. Optivex jumps in to feed. Everyone's coming in to feed. They pop the Uber. 3 players down on the side of... that's getting Shadowplayed, excuse me. And now both scouts are chasing them out, and what we just saw there was a complete flip from one last to the other, and then another fail push, and we might going to see a recap of Spire.
I've never seen them with the slide, to be honest. Back to mid. Shadowplayed. Oh, man.
They've got a 20% Uber ad that's getting Shadowplayed as, so... I'm not really sure Plan Z probably won't know about that ad. So... And then again, neither would that's getting Shadowplayed, probably. I believe we're setting up for a stalemate, boys.
Yeah, sure are.
So far, this golden cap has gone on for 7.5 minutes. Let's,
on top of
keep it
the
going.
2 30-minute games we've already had.
The 16-minute previous golden cap.
Yeah.
This is pretty intense, man. Like, the other thing about this sort of a match is that now you're at this point, the mental fortitude of each team is so low. Speaking of which, the flank for Plan Z feeds there, and now 2 down in the Plan Z. I mean, that's going to Shadowplay. They're going to get in through choke. Fairly uncontested. No forces to think of. No Jews anywhere. Flare's deep. Look at Flare. Oh no, he's just on bats, right? So sorry, I was I was panned out. Thought he was way deeper than he
You've
was.
been casting for too long.
Oh man, come on. This is getting ridiculous.
That is getting very ridiculous.
They get forced?
What?
They pop. It's a pause, but they pop, get forced, maybe? I don't know what's happening, but the blue team have popped their Uber, and that means that there's now going to be an Uber ad on the side of Plan Z, who have got a Pyro and Sniper off class. Nothing to speak of on the side of that's getting Shadowplayed, but it's not looking good.
So let me get this straight.
Alright.
We've had two 30-minute games,
Yes.
a 16-minute golden cap,
Yes.
another golden cap.
Yes, which
And
is
now we have
currently
a
at 9
pause.
minutes.
We have a pause to extend it even further than
Yeah.
what it could originally be. Oh my god.
They know? Yeah, this is the CappingTV sleepover stream. If anyone's keen to hang out, we might just, play a bit of Snap after this. Where's the face cam gone? I want to Mitch the face cam. All right. How do you think this is going to play out, George?
I can't really tell, to be honest. I mean, the Ubers are even, but it's going to be such a bitter Uber from Plan Z when they decide to repush or even win this.
Yeah, but they don't have to re-push this straight away. They've got this so much time to play with this ad now. I mean, unless this Uber does anything, but look at, like, if you're on my cam, what you can see is Montgomery, and then, never mind, unpause, and they're going to move straight in. Ultra's going to try and take down Montgomery, but it's just not going to happen. Montgomery's like, the Pyro is too deep. Flare is deep on bottom left, but he's just going to get fragged by Instinct. Ultra drops down to try and fight him, but it's not what happens. Oh, my scoreboard's broken. No, HUD _ reload scheme. I don't know what's happening. You take it.
So we've got, wow, actually Thermite is going to go down there on a repush from Plan Z, and Plan Z are going to have control of pretty much all of Spire. Pretty dominant performance right now to recap the Spire. It's just one soldier. Optivix trying to get on the lookout there, but he hasn't finished the kill. He does get a nice rocket. The Sniper watching this choke for the players to come forward. He misses the first shot, and he's not going to get another one. His Scouts is going to run to him and take him down. Ult's going to go down at the same time to it. Some nice pipes from Marshall. And
it's happened again. It's happened again. They've gone off their last, and they're now on the enemy seconds. And I apologise for any misinformation I might give. At the moment, my scoreboard is not working. My player models aren't working. Team Fortress 2 is 10 years old. It doesn't work. Oh, Ultra ran into two stickies there. Doesn't go down in the end though. Then pushing in through trash here. Mikau takes a lot of damage. Goes to get that pack. Look, what? Thermite's dead? When did Thermite die? How did Thermite die? Oh no, my HUD's broken. Oh man, I was about to shit myself. It looked like they had full Uber ad and no med on the side of. That's getting Shadowplayed, but yeah, but now my HUD is caught up and we seem to be alright. Well, we've got the
up to date stats.
We've got a switch up happening here on the side of that's getting Shadowplayed. Ult is taking the Demo Man role and Flare's on Soldier. I'm not to be honest, that's pretty not allowed because they asked for Flare on Demo.
True.
They didn't ask for Flare on Pocket.
True.
Flare is a Soldier main.
I mean, what team has the Old Fortress admin on it?
A little bit unfortunate, but anyway, Ult's now on Demo Man. When I say they've tried everything, they've tried everything. They've swapped classes. And we're back to the same situation we've saw for years of Plan Z attempting to push their last ult. Let's just swap weapons maybe. I believe this is what we call what's the word? Stalemate?
What are you talking? I don't. Can you get stalemates in Team Fortress 2?
Yeah.
It's a fast-paced game. I don't think they exist.
Welcome back to CappingTV. We are watching we're watching TF2. Yeah. Yeah. I haven't had a brain power honestly.
I have to. I'm so tired.
Look, Marshall's getting. Oh, we could have gotten a lot of spam out there.
Stigma's a main as sniper. He might be able to get something done. He just
Hope
about
so.
sees the league.
Didn't manage to pick up anything there. Archon time limit 0. Dropped in chat. Yeah, this is pretty good. We need a shot block or something in this game mode. When we're hit golden cap, surely. Didn't it used to be 10 minutes and then we had mid at the end of the 10 minutes? I believe that was something like that. Or like, what about? Or how would you what about like? Like, what else could you do? Could you try and, you know, speaking of the World Cup's on at the moment, why don't you do some overtime first before you go to Golden Cap? Play 15 minutes of overtime at standard rules. Let's see who comes out on top of rules there. Maybe that makes more sense. Who knows?
Stigma trying to get aggressive.
Stigma gets that. Oh, he
No,
gets the
he
headshot and
misses.
just misses the second onto ult there. Is Flare on Spy? Yeah, Flare's on Spy. Means they've got
Questionable.
Flare's on Spy in main. Stigma gets the pick onto
Stigma.
Ultra, but immediately goes
He
down
gets
to ult.
traded.
It's
Oh
just
my
that's a
God.
conch coming out from De Greek.
Flare's in lobby right now.
Not
It's
doing
below
anything
lobby.
with it.
He
De
can
Greek's
uncloak and
De
go
Greek's getting
behind
deep
him.
with the conch. No, doesn't do anything. Where is Flare?
He's
just-
behind the mid right now.
Oh.
He's just close.
This could be
Oh,
it.
he's got the mid spec so open to him.
This could be it, man. Oh, they go in. They haven't popped the Uber. He picks up Marshall. Flare. Mika's not even looking at him. Oh, he finally turns around. The Uber comes out from both sides. Now Flare's just stuck on that butter knife Spy. But he's alive. I guess he gets flashed. Oh my God. Red had their Uber for 364 seconds before using it.
Oh, come on, guys.
Oh,
Please.
Christ. We're currently at a 14-minute golden cap here. I don't know what else these teams can do. I've got nothing to offer. Stigma's going in, bottom right. Oh no, oh no. Stigma's no. There's 2 players left on last. No worries. 3 players left on last. Super paranoid of that back cap. Flare goes down, but he's not on demo anymore, so it's not as big as I thought. Looks like both the scout and the demo are trying to get out there, onto second here. The Appa bringing out that rep assassin, trying to get some extra damage as they leave, and it's going to be a recap by that's getting Shadowplayed. Plan Z backing out onto mid.
I feel good.
Ult's going through house here. Just trying to get some spam, not trying to do anything else it seems. I believe we're setting up for a stalemate?
Don't say it, please. I think we're setting up for an incredibly aggressive push.
Here we go, Flare's going in. He
There
gets
we go.
fucked.
Oh no, he got denied so hard.
Well,
The
the
man
Uber's so
hit
much
the
better for Plan
skybox.
Z. But they dropped their demo, man. Now Plan Z has had the better Uber here, but they've got not got heaps of position. Greek
Got
picks
3
up
players up
Flare,
there.
Stigma picks up Appa. Greek's gonna
Should definitely
get out.
be a win here in this fight for the side of Plan Z. They have the players.
So even this fight, it could go either way.
It is. It really is. This
Stigma
is
gets eaten.
incredibly even Oswald this match.
Soldier comes in, dies. So unfortunate. And that was a. I'm really disappointed to see Plan Z not come on top there, but they did drop their demo in that Uber, which probably
This-
explains it.
This golden cap has gone on for 16 minutes.
His last one, who's keen. Now the blue team are going to move forward. They just
Flare.
drop their soldier straight away. They're going for this drive. No, it's not even a drive push. They have the Uber. This is good. They haven't popped the Uber in order to take the second. And they've picked up the demo. So instead of having a bit of a stalemate on second, we've just gone straight back to the stalemate on last.
Come on, this has to be the one. Please let it be the one.
I don't think it is, man. It's going to be the same.
Oh, the repush is happening too.
The repush
Plan
is
Z.
happening, yeah. Mikal popped the Uber
Popped the
a
next
lot
step down.
earlier. They're not even gonna pop here. Thermite's just gonna get out. No, he'd pop in the end. And Stigma
Yeah,
goes down
really
trying to get
good
that
pop from
force.
him. Ult actually goes really aggressive and dies, but oh, the soldiers coming into Grey now, into Thermite. Thermite's gonna go down. Oh no, Instinct. That's a great pick from him. Good, awesome.
The Greek's still playing under. Oh my god. The Greek gets out! That was good. Marshall's bombing point and he picks up Flare. Destroyed. That's an ad 5, but he's playing Demo Man. We have Marshall and Stigma.
Okay, never mind.
Marshall just chucks a quick pipe down straight into Ultra's face. Optivex is going to try and go for the bomber. He gets denied and does get out. But what looks like it could be heading back to last. A flip last as well. I'm going to bring up is nope, just back at seconds. And we're going to see a French fancy.
A fresh fruit.
I haven't eaten since midday.
Well, I made the mistake of telling my girlfriend that it's going to cast like an hour and a half. It's been like 3 hours.
I'm just worried about like Mitch and his girlfriend. What's she gonna be thinking? Appa's behind. Appa's behind. We should gonna start the back cap so they know he's there. I'm not sure about that.
They can push in with that, and now they're pushing in through Valley. If they can get aggressive fast enough. The Kritzkrieg is actually out on Thermite right now.
Oh, thank God.
Goes down. Oh no. Thermite is in Valley alone. He's got no players with him to use this Kritzkrieg, and he can't save himself with it either. So now his players are all on second, but he's so far away.
But they've got the cap?
Yeah, without using the crits.
They've secured that cap?
If they can crits into this.
Please, let this happen.
If that sticky gets onto Mika.
Here he goes. Pops. Oh! No! But he picks up Montgomery. Now, Ult just needs to try and protect himself here from this overcharge. He's gone down real low, but this crit sticky's all over main. The cap's coming out!
No!
So close.
Oh, you know when you just...
The Demo's walking in main, he's just trying to get anything happening. Optivex jumps in, just dies. Drop all their players. Fail push. Fail push. Now, not execing the config could actually turn around to bite them in the heels eventually, because they've got 11 minutes left on this clock, and I can't see a round coming out in 11 minutes. Let me just remind you that means we're now watching a 19-minute golden cap. Yeah, we are now at the point where most normal games would have completed 2 maps and gone to the 3rd.
Actually, the Greek hunter's got his Italians back up, I believe. Just gonna pop it now. He's
pop it
used it through.
This is pretty good actually. They were just building, so they haven't got super health happening. Everyone's pretty low. Lots of bombs incoming, coming out.
Flare and Optivex going down really quickly there. Appa gonna pick up Stigma, but he's gonna go down himself.
Stigma's not happy with that.
Yeah, Stigma is not happy. And Appa, he's excited about that.
There's a demo behind? Ult?
Okay, Monty's gonna go down.
Pretty crazy, man. But Plan Z have pushed it back to last for the 3rd time this golden cap. Oh, Ultra picks up Marshall, who gets too deep on bats, and now Instinct is decently low as well, but he gets good rockets onto Thermite. Oh, Thermite has to drop down.
Pushed back out a second now with his mid, and they've got a soldier on Spire, so yeah, it's a failed last push before it even happened.
Man. So, I mean, like, the thing is that often these golden caps come down to these stalemates because teams are too scared to push, but they're not being scared. They are fucking around at this point. It's still not happening. Montgomery dies in choke here. Degree dies in choke. Lots of focus fire happening out here. Oh no, this is a big collapse. They pop the Uber and it's just Marshall and Mika left. Stigma now comes in, but it's pretty much Uber. I mean, pretty much even Ubers here now. The Plan Z have backed out to last. Flare goes down. Appa picks up Instincts on seconds. And Marshall's 1v1ing ult bats. He's pretty low, man. If they just ran a scout at him right now, they could pick up that demo pretty easy. Ultra's going for it a little bit too late. Yeah. And we flip back.
Yeah, once again. Injuries coming up. Oh my god.
Mikhail's just AFK right now. He's back.
May as well be at this point.
Yeah.
Just turn off Valve Auto Heal and just stand at the spawn door.
Yeah.
Let your team do the rest of the work.
Can you think of any way they could break this? Like,
a heavy Uber. That's the only thing I haven't seen yet from the Christian team.
we almost did. We saw a heavy
True,
repush.
yeah. Fuck, man. This is
I mean,
painful.
I think we just need Appa to go sniper here. Dome that pyro who's literally just standing crouched in the doorway there. I think that's. I mean, I hate to say it, but I think we need a bit of a hero play.
We really do. Like, I know you want to see team play win this, but these teams are so evenly matched on this map.
Yeah, what? Whoa!
Whoa, whoa,
Whoa! Ult gets big
whoa.
spam, takes down the sentry dispenser and the NG, but Flare goes down as well. Fairly even trade. They're not taking the Uber in. Ult like walks in top right, tries to get some poke happening, but not much.
Ult just back.
Ult goes
Oh,
down
he
to
might get
70.
picked in.
Oh no!
No.
Man, why
That's
wouldn't he
70
do
health from
anything
the
there?
Yeah, you've taken down the sentry. Now they've got time to build another one. They do have a spy though.
Got the players on the spy. Alright. Please.
This is where it happens.
Appa pops the ZZZs in chat. Well, yeah. Yup. There's no
That's what
sticks
this
on
boils
point.
down to. Lear's opted to focus on more on the right side, but
He's probably just trying to get in deep.
come on, Flair. You can do this. I believe. I swear, if Flair gets this drop, and then they can't succeed in the
that'd complete it. Oh, he gets a good decloak. Mikau's trapped. It's gonna happen. He gets the drop. Mikau goes down. This must be it. The Contra's popped out. They're not. Go.
walk.
Oh, they don't actually have to. They can take their time. They can wait Flare to respawn. No, they're not gonna do it. They're gonna pop the Uber in. It's getting denied by Sigma really hard. Appa goes down. So does Stigma.
Sentry's still alive, it's finally dead, but
Goes
they've got
down.
no player. They've got the pyro down and they're sitting there. Health is not good. As the bomb comes out, Thermite and Ultra and Optifix, all three of them going down. Oh, God. Can I go to bed? I don't want to do this anymore.
Flare's main. Flare, bomb it. No. Oh, he gets Mikau! Oh. Pog. That was a good bomb. But, Hell push?
Alert. The control point is
25
being
minutes. Just saying.
25 minutes on a golden cap after two 30-minute games and a 16-minute golden cap.
I'm gonna go ahead and message Thermite.
Yeah,
Can you hurry up, please?
I'm so tired, man. This is the most regretful I've ever been to cast anything in my life. Oh yeah, just 1.5, like 2 hours max, you know.
Oh man, I've just been. Let's. Appa's up on sniper.
I really want that's getting Shadowplayed to win. I don't want to
they're
do
in
a
the
third
stickies.
map.
I don't want that's getting Shadowplayed to win. I want Plan Z to win, but doesn't look that hopeful. Oh, the crits come in. They pick up
Yes.
Stigma and Mikau.
Yes.
Can't happen.
Kill the
This
sentry.
can't not be it. This can't not be it.
Sentry. Yes,
Yeah,
that's
that's
two
it.
more.
No,
Yeah,
there's no
100%.
way.
If that sentry doesn't go down right now, okay, we got it.
Oh
Yes,
man,
boys.
they finally get it. It was the crits on to ult on demo that finally gets it, and both teams. Oh man. Oh man. I'm gonna take a quick look at that logs just for like maybe 10 seconds before I pass out. The golden cap, 25 minutes and 20 seconds. Alt playing Demoman, Soldier, Pyro, NG, and By. Doing 305 DPM, kills are pretty even, whatever. When you've been watching Oz Fortress Season 22, Fortress Season 22, Week 5, into